Here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back, and thank you for joining us. My name is Gerard. This is my little brother, Alex. The absent guy is JR, and this is another episode of the GAJ Podcast. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Cut that out. Turn that down. Put a little bit of that on. And we're going to start talking. Man, if you can't tell from the banner, we have a lot to be thankful for this year. Hopefully you had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend. Apologize we couldn't be with you, but appreciate you coming back to see us. If you have been with us before, thank you for joining us again. Hopefully you've already liked an episode, subscribed to the channel, and you've clicked that notification bell so you know when our new episodes are out. That is loud. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Was that loud for you, dude?
Nope.
It wasn't? Okay. Maybe it was just me. If this is your first time with us, thank you for checking us out. We'd love it if you would be a new subscriber as well, and maybe even drop a comment, maybe just a little wavy emoji so we know you're there. And if it's all right with you, we will give you a shout out. Or you can just comment, contribute, whatever, a little more anonymously by shooting us a message at gagepodcast@gmail.com. All right. Lots to cover this week. Lots to cover. We've been 2 weeks off. And in that 2 weeks, we have had one of my favorite holidays because it's all about the food. It's Thanksgiving. So, we might as well get into it with Mom's Kare Kare. And we're going to let Mom lead off this week, as usual. She actually shared with us a few things. First was her pre-Thanksgiving meal, or Thanksgiving Eve meal, I think is what she called it. She had corned beef with tomatoes, potatoes, and spinach on turmeric rice. So kind of a healthy twist on rice. Make that a little bit bigger. That looks pretty good. So you can tell the rice isn't white. It's got a little bit of a yellowish tint to it. I bet that was pretty delicious. The corned beef looks a little weird, I'll be honest. And maybe that's because of the spinach and the extra water and all that, but I don't know. I think it looks good. What do you think, dude?
I haven't had corned beef in a long time. It's actually one of the things that's available for breakfast at the Filipino market I go to. But
Yeah.
It's kind of lower priority when I look at, Tostino's there. And
Yeah,
some other stuff.
dude. I'm with you.
I haven't had like fresh longaniza in a long time. So corned beef is kind of I don't know. I view it as like a cheaper version, kind of like Spam, cheaper option.
Yeah.
Put it down.
Yeah.
I haven't had corned beef since maybe I moved away from Ohio. Because I don't think I've had it here.
Really?
Oh, you know what? I've had it for St. Patrick's Day. I haven't had it for
okay.
I've had corned beef, Irish style.
I think I've had it. I have it every once in a while. Like, I'll be honest, it's just like the can with the potatoes in it. I just open the can up, dump it in a pot, heat it up. Sometimes I'll add some green beans to it. Green beans and carrots. Not green beans, frozen peas and carrots.
The Filipino market I go to, they actually have a little bakery too, where they have, what do you call it? I don't know. It's pretty much, it's almost like Shopal, but it's pandesal injected with either chicken adobo or corned beef.
Oh yeah,
some other stuff.
Oh, what is that called?
I haven't done it in a couple of years, more than a couple of years, several years, because it is one of those things that gets a little dangerous, like Shopal. You're like, hold on, this is good. Yeah. This is a lot of carbs. There's probably
or spicy tacos.
Yeah, so held back on that. And also, the price of Shopal has gone up a lot, so that's why I haven't been getting it. That's a part of the reason why I'll stay away from it. It makes it easier to stay away from when the price is so much higher than it was before.
Yeah, Mom actually said, I talked to her the other night, she said that she's been cooking her Filipino food a little bit more lately because with tariffs and just inflation in general, the food's getting more expensive. So, the shops that make all the Filipino food, they've got to increase their prices, and it's getting pretty expensive. And
Yep,
Mom's a
that's
pretty good
why-
cook, so she's starting to cook her own stuff again.
I eat in a lot now. It's just eating out
Kind of what you have to
constantly.
do, kind of a must. But yeah, so that was her Thanksgiving Eve meal, and then she spent Thanksgiving. Our cousin picked her up, and they went over to the boys' house, and they had a whole lot of stuff: Filipino food, Mediterranean food, and American dishes.
Boo. I love
Um,
American food when we get together.
yeah, right. I'll be honest, I don't actually know what this is. I'm guessing this is some sort of Mediterranean salad. Looks like there's pasta noodles, salami. I don't know if that's Mediterranean. Yeah, I mean, I guess Italian maybe. And I don't know if that's sinigang or I don't know what that is. Some kind of soup. Looks good though. I'm sure I would like it. Oh, dude. That's a spread right there, dude.
I don't know what all of it is, but yeah.
Well, it looks like they got chicken skewers
Big chunk
from
of meat there.
somewhere. Those look like just barbecue ribs. Not just barbecue ribs. Barbecue ribs. I'm only guessing the crock pot is rice. Lo mein. Or I don't know if that's pancit with just a thicker noodle. Looks like there's some lumpia, pandesal, salad, another salad, maybe mashed potatoes, and macaroni salad or macaroni and cheese. I don't know what this is. Stuffing? Oh, you know what? The crock pot is probably like cheese dip because those are tortilla chips are over here.
Oh, nice. So glad I love cheese dip. I haven't bought it in many years, which is good.
Oh,
I-
God, I love it.
I was addicted to it for a little bit.
Tostitos cheese?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
bro.
So, God damn it, man. You know what? I'll make an exception for like the Super Bowl or Ohio State
Yeah.
in the national.
Or I don't
championship.
know, the Big Ten championship game?
Nah, it's too soon.
Bears Packers?
Well, I might go out for Bears Packers. So that
Oh, right on.
I'll probably eat unhealthy then if I do.
And we'll get into it in a little bit, but I covered some ground this past weekend. It would have been cool to have been able to make it over there because I love a good spread over at Tita Boy and Tita Menda's house. I love it because they always get all kinds of different food and it's always good. What else do they have? Oh, okay. So we got, looks like there's some, this looks like lo mein to me, like shrimp lo mein, some barbecue ribs. Still don't know what that is. Looks like maybe mashed potatoes or cheesy potatoes. I don't know. Salad. Those don't even look like lumpia girls. Those look like just like Chinese style egg rolls.
Oh, it could be lumpia, but not the lumpia Shanghai.
Oh, I bet you're right. Oh, that's gosh, I don't know. I can't remember what that's called.
Looks like egg drop soup.
Yeah, but no, I think that's a Filipino soup. I just don't know what. What else? Oh, we'll get into that one a little bit. But yeah, they had a. Let me see if there's anything else I can find here. From oh, this is the one I wanted to show. This is the dessert called buko, which is like a coconut salad. It's a Filipino thing. Mom made sure to take a picture of it because this is actually Ashley's favorite Filipino dessert is buko. So,
Are there noodles in there? What is that? Or is that the coconut?
I think that's the coconut, and then maybe
What's the salty
I
shit?
don't know, melon or jackfruit or mango. I'm not sure. I think that's just mayonnaise. I have no idea. I don't know. Oh, I mean, that's the one thing about. So, you know, I grew up. We grew up around all kinds of stuff, and for me, what worked for me was mom and dad saying, if I would ask what it is, they would just say, "Just try it, just try it." And if they could get me to try it, and I liked it, it didn't really matter what it was anymore. So a lot of times I just liked it. I knew what it looked like, and I knew I liked it, and I would always forget to remember like what it is. I do that a lot with like affrittata, calderetta, especially those all look alike anyway. But
Yeah.
I mean,
It's different meat. And
Yeah,
some
I
vegetables.
don't even know what it is. I know I like it, so I just eat it. And if I don't know what I'm supposed to eat it with, when all else fails, I put it on some rice.
And that's how you become diabetic.
That's how you become diabetic. Or, well, I've been weighing out my carbs lately, so been managing that a little bit more. And trying to do it gets a little hard because I get full, but trying to do kind of like 1.5 servings of my protein to like 1 serving of carb. And then vegetables don't count. Like broccoli, green beans, cauliflower. I weigh it out, but I don't get nearly as finite with it. Like I just make sure I have at least 85 grams of whether it's broccoli, cauliflower, green beans, that sort of thing. Let's see. But yeah, so mom looks like mom had a pretty good Thanksgiving. Sorry I wasn't able to catch up with you while I was in Chicago. I was there for, quite honestly, less than 24 hours. But we'll get into that a little bit more.
I've done that. I stayed in the airport the entire time. On the way to your wedding. Because I was supposed to...
Oh, you were supposed to go to
fly to Chicago, stay there for a day with mom, then fly with mom to Costa Rica.
Yeah, didn't something
The
happen?
flight out of Orange County got canceled, and they put me on a later flight, like 8 hours later, 8 or 9 hours later. I was like, well, that just...
that killed that whole plan.
So I just told mom once I got to... I was at O'Hare. I said, it's not worth me coming back, getting over to the suburbs. Just come this way, and we'll just... I took mini naps when I was there.
Yeah, there was more risk in you going out there than it was just to stay there and have mom take Uber or whatever to the airport.
Yeah.
All right, well, tell us what you had. Looks like you got loaded up here.
It's been we took a week off, so I have some Filipino food. I still remember when I got it,
buddy.
This was
sometime in the last 2 weeks.
Of course, at the bottom there you see my ihi soup.
Yep.
Up there in the right-hand corner, top right, that is paksiw. One of
good stuff.
And I've really warmed up to what's down there on the left, which is kare kare.
Okay. Even though it's not mom's kare kare?
Oxtail. It's not as good as mom's. The sauce, it is more about, when I get there, the sauce looks like it's been out there for a little bit. It's thickened up instead of just being watery. So I mean, it's been out there for a little bit.
That's good, though.
If you look right by the ihi soup, that has a shit that I don't know what it is. And
can you zoom in on it?
But every time you get curry, they give you that. It smells like shit.
Oh,
I have tried a little bit of it. But
it's something with like fish sauce.
Yeah, I asked mom about it. She told me what it was, and I said, man, I just don't like it.
Yeah. Can you zoom in on it?
You can probably see I tried it out a little bit here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I think it's called bogaong, something like that. And I'll be honest, I have no idea what it is. It's something with like fish sauce, and it's, if you're not ready for it, it's a different kind of taste, and like a little bit goes a long way.
Yeah, but I don't want to
like honestly, what you took there, what you tried, that to me, like that was a pretty good. Pretty hardy pull to just try it out. But yeah, I can eat it, but it's in very small doses. So like that cup for all of the kare kare that you have.
It was so bad that I don't want that on my food.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have even used like a quarter of it. Like it's just it changes it up a little bit. I don't necessarily I wouldn't call it bad, but it's if you're not ready for it, whew, that can be a strong flavor.
Well, it's like bath salt.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
almost got.
I'm awake, dude. I'm awake and ready to fight.
Yeah, it's got a strong smell like fish, but it's not. I don't think it's fish. I don't know if it's like a fish paste or something, but it's strong. It's strong. Yeah. What else? I know what you did for Thanksgiving.
So, last week I did the 2-for-1 Sundays. Grabbed a little slug action.
Ooh yeah.
Oh no, I lost it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, I thought you just closed the wrong window.
Oh shit! Hold on, man. I am just all over the place. Nope. Let me pull that back up. Sorry, technical difficulties.
All good. All good.
Shit. All right.
Oh, it's on. There it is.
This is the one. Once again, 2-for-1. Down there at the bottom.
Yeah, were you able to switch it up?
I don't remember if this is pork or chicken, but it's tocino.
Yeah, buddy.
That looks like chicken.
It looks like what?
I think it's chicken. Tocino. Because they always have chicken or pork, and I just grab whichever one looks better.
Yep.
I like both of them. They're both delicious.
Not going to go wrong.
2 eggs there.
Fried egg and some
This
garlic
is
fried rice.
And this is amazing. I love this shit, dude. But then we have the one that I don't know what it is. Now, I talked about it in the previous episode where some guy said he really liked it. He got some guy that was ahead of me said he got it and he really liked it, so he came back the next day to get it. And that's what I got. It is listed on the receipt as beef tapa, which it is definitely not beef tapa. Maybe ground beef tapa. No, you know what? I didn't get a picture of this, but I did have actual beef tapa from there. That looks like when I Google it, and the taste is a lot different as far as sauce goes. But this is pretty much. It's almost like it's what is that ground beef Filipino dish that even I can make? Whatever. It's a ground beef one with potatoes. It's actually, if you look here, this is a banana. They put banana in it.
The sauce, like the color of it, almost makes me think of like Dinuguan.
It's not Dinuguan.
No, I know it's.
I mean, the sauce. It's nowhere close to Dinuguan.
Oh, it's not okay.
Oh, Picadillo is the one I was thinking about. So
I knew it started with a P. I couldn't think of it.
It looks like Picadillo with less red, tomato paste in it, and less. I say less soy sauce. But I don't know. I'm into it. Even with the bananas. Bananas a little weird. It's almost like
sweet taste.
I thought I was biting into a potato, but it was a banana, which it's not bad.
That would be weird, yeah.
It's a little weird. I don't say it's bad, but it's.
They give you 2 eggs with it.
Oh, the bottom one's 2 eggs also. It's just the one.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah. This one just happened to just lit apart. But
boy, they don't skip on the rice though, huh? They give you 2 big old scoops.
That's normal. That's normal. But with
I'm okay with it.
When it comes to non-breakfast, they actually give you. They don't have garlic rice. This is all garlic rice here. But when it comes to outside of breakfast, they only have steamed white rice. But they give you the option of, and I've mentioned this before, give you the option of you can go all steamed rice, or you can go half steamed rice, half pancit bihon.
Oh,
which I really want, but it depends on what I'm getting. Usually, I get 2 traditional dishes, and that I need a lot of rice for that.
Yeah, I'm with you because like in the sauce, you want to soak it up with all the rice and everything.
Yep. So
I'm with you.
I'm sure I could ask him to give me a separate serving of pancit bihon, but man, that's a lot of carbs for one meal.
I'd do it.
And usually when if I do a Filipino meal where I know I'm gonna be eating some bad shit, that's usually my throw on palabok, pancit palabok.
Ooh, okay.
Good. I almost got it last week because it looked really good.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
And that's like I can make pancit, but I don't know how to make pancit palabok. I can make pancit bihon.
I like it pretty saucy, not like it's Italian, but like a little bit saucy. And
yeah, me too.
When it's there, it's there. But when I get
whatever the orange stuff is, I want more of it on there.
When I get palabok, I like to mix it with white rice. That's why it's a lot of freaking carbs.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. And it's like, it wasn't until we were growing up till I realized, like, whoa, that's just like carbs on carbs. Like, that's a lot going on.
Yeah. I need the meat. But man, I really do love palabok when it's nice and saucy.
You get the chicharron and like crumble it all over it.
I get whatever they throw on there. They'll throw on. I don't know if I've taken it. I'm pretty sure I showed a picture of it before in a previous episode. But they'll throw on shrimp. They'll throw on a hard-boiled egg. They'll throw on green onions. They do chicharron, but it's not a whole lot as far as chicharron goes.
Oh, I'd get more. I'd go buy an extra bag and just start crumbling it.
Yeah. Once again, this is how you get diabetes.
Well, chicharron is
on there.
Chicharron is it's pork rinds. It's pork.
Yeah, but it spikes up your insulin levels. Not as much as
I mean, it's a lot of sodium.
These carbs. Damn, that was I look at that picture, I'm like, that's a damn good Sunday morning.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, dude.
The only problem was that was probably the last time I could do it for a long time, just because I'm going to start playing football on Sundays starting this week.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I mentioned too. I kind of brought this up in a previous episode. Also, when I talked about the Filipino food that I get, but the leftover garlic rice. I don't. There's leftover garlic rice when I have this. There's actually a lot of leftover garlic rice for some reason. And what I do for dinner, and I actually ended up just having this night. I had this, which is last Sunday. I ended up having just a small dinner, so I actually pushed it off to Monday. But what I do is I use that garlic rice for my next meal, which is a Trader Joe's turkey burger. I throw cheese on it. I usually do two patties of turkey burgers. Throw cheese on it, throw it in with the garlic rice, and that's what I eat.
Yeah. All right.
I like it.
You just like chop the burger up.
Yeah. Well, I don't chop it up. Just use a spoon or a fork to cut it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you like chopped it up and kind of mixed it up, or if you just kind of had it.
No, I don't chop it up, mix it up. I just cut it whenever I need it and put it in the rice.
I gotcha. All right. Right on.
That's fucking good though. I might try that with banana ketchup next.
Yeah. I like a good burger on them with some banana ketchup. The spicy banana ketchup.
Yep. I got spicy banana ketchup last Sunday.
Right on.
But that is it for me.
So those are your last two Sundays.
I don't have pictures from Thanksgiving, but I did have Skyline chili.
Well, lucky for you. Oh,
and it was canned Skyline chili. It wasn't.
I have your picture right here, baby.
There you go. That is permanently on my kitchen.
Where did you get this sign? I just realized that sign back there.
That's a bag. That's a takeout bag.
Oh, you framed it? That's fucking awesome.
I told you in an episode from before, I had two bags. One of them has some like crusty up chili on it, and one of them's really clean. This is a clean one.
Right on. Oh my god, I gotta do that. That's a great idea.
I don't know where I put the other bag. I'm pretty sure I put it somewhere safe. I still remember where from now because I was like,
the crusty one.
This too.
Yeah, I was saying it might look kind of cool, crusty, like with like the crusted up chili on it.
No, well, it's on the handle. See, if I frame it, you won't be able to see it.
Oh,
I fold it in a special way.
That's awesome. Did you put any sort of backing on it so like the cardboard in the back wouldn't show, or?
Oh, that's a picture frame that I got from freaking.
Oh, I know. I mean,
Dollar Tree or whatever.
Yeah, like the picture frames, they usually have like a cardboard on the back. Did you?
Yeah. Well,
put anything so like the brown cardboard didn't show through?
It's probably the card. It's probably still with the brown cardboard.
Oh, I didn't know if you put like extra white paper in there just to keep it white instead of like having the cardboard show through.
Nope. I don't have paper. 2025.
Paint? I don't know. Spray paint? Like open up some junk mail and just turn it backwards so that. Yeah. You want to say hi real quick? We just started. My wife is home.
She's home. Woo-hoo.
It looks cold there.
It's cold, bro.
It's so cold. It's actually Actually, it's warmer today than it has been.
Yeah. We got up into the 40s today. Like it's
Yeah.
been in the 20s the last few days.
Well, 2 days ago, it was like 9 degrees.
Yeah, yesterday in the morning, like it was single digits, and some areas were like below zero
Yeah. It was
with
very
wind
cold.
chill.
It's practically summer outside right now.
We're just going over Alex's Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, how was it?
It was delicious.
He said it was delicious.
I can hear.
Of course.
Yeah.
Skyline.
Good. Well, I was thinking of you eating my turkey, wishing that I was having a chili cheese dog.
Chili cheese coney.
Sorry, chili cheese coney. Our Thanksgiving was not even close to that.
I mean, it wasn't bad.
No, it
Very
was
traditional?
delicious. I was trying to make him feel good.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
I don't know. That looks like
I
a
was
pretty good
gonna say-
Thanksgiving meal. I would have enjoyed that.
Alex and you probably would have greatly enjoyed that. Me, not so much.
Look, I was asking, I was like, wait a minute. I never even realized this before.
Oh yeah, the
This
pictures
sign.
in the background.
You know what that is? That's like the bag. He like folded
It's a
Oh.
takeout bag.
It's a takeout bag.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought you stole it from one of the restaurants.
No, he actually
Oh.
ordered to-go food and kept the bag.
Oh, that's a good idea. I like that. That's pretty cute. Well done. Well
So,
done. Yeah, no, I do love chili cheese dogs. Don't get me wrong, but maybe not Skyline chili.
I like both. I like that, like
Yeah,
traditional
I
chili
like both.
also.
Yeah. Well, but I also haven't had a Skyline chili cheese dog. I've only had their spaghetti.
oh, I didn't realize you never got a cheese coney one you
Yeah,
want.
I probably would like the cheese coney way
I
better.
think you would like the cheese coney better.
Um,
Paul's the same way.
afterwards, you'll have to show Alex the Christmas present off air because it's a Christmas present. So you
Oh yeah, yeah,
can't
yeah.
show it live.
Okay.
But you can show him later.
Okay.
So, all right.
Teaser.
Teaser.
Keep coming back.
You can air it live after Christmas.
Yeah.
No.
We'll do that.
All right. I'm gonna take Millie out.
Okay.
Love you.
Everything.
Bye, Alex.
Bye, Ashley.
I'm excited to see you on Christmas.
Yeah. I'll be there. It'll be cold.
More than once in a year. That's awesome.
Are you gonna do a live show from Chicago?
I don't know if I'll do a live show, but I don't know. We'll see.
Or I guess not a live show.
There's going to be a lot of
but-
moving parts.
But are you guys gonna do a show in Chicago?
Maybe. We'll see.
Hmm.
Because we don't even have to do it on this platform. We can just record.
While you're next to each other.
So we'll see.
It could be like a family show.
Could be. If everybody wants to be on it.
Interesting. Brainstorm that.
Yeah.
All right. See ya.
All right.
Bye-bye.
He says bye-bye.
Bye.
So yeah. Anyway, I don't hate your Thanksgiving dinner. Looks kind of good.
I wasn't hating on it.
Oh, I know. I don't think you were hating on it. But yeah, looks good. Looks pretty good. So yeah, Thanksgiving. We went to Wichita. Oh, you know what? Let's show Christina's first. Because she made her way out to Ohio the weekend before Thanksgiving, so she was there with Dad. And they had... Here was their spread. Looks pretty good. I think they just went to like Dorothy Lane Market and got some stuff, so... Looks like they got some turkey and ham. Looks like Paul had some Bill's Donuts.
That looks like Bill's.
It's definitely Bill's. Because I got there the day after. I was like, oh man, there's a peanut butter one. I didn't even get any. But yeah, got some ham. They got some turkey. This looks like some stuffing. What is that? I'm not really sure what that is. I don't know if that's some sort of pecan pie deal or what that is. Looks like they got some green beans though. Oh, maybe that's not mashed potatoes. I don't know what that is.
I'm not the biggest fan of stuffing or honey baked ham.
Oh, dude, I actually like the ham more than I like the turkey.
I don't. I mean, I'll put on sandwiches, afterward when you do leftover Thanksgiving. But
Sure.
I'm really the biggest fan of ham like that. The honey baked ham that's usually traditional with Thanksgiving. I mean, I'll have a slice or two, but I go more for the turkey, and I might like douse that ham with a bunch of gravy. Which, by the way, another good way, another good method of getting diabetes.
Hey, look, the holidays are the holidays, folks. If you're doing the right things, the healthy things, eating right, working out, and all that stuff, most weeks, I think you've put in the work and you've earned a day to indulge, and Thanksgiving is a great day to indulge. But anyway, I digress. I thought there was one other picture she had. I guess not. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Nope, I guess that was it. That was the only picture she sent. Meanwhile, we did the aggressive day trip. Went down to Wichita in the morning and then came back that night. So all on Thanksgiving Day. And my father-in-law made a pretty nice spread himself. And that was my plate. This is the only picture I took of my plate there. So I'm kind of like you as far as Thanksgiving dinner itself. I like the turkey. I like to get the skin. I like to get the dark meat if I can.
I love dark meat so much more than light meat.
Oh yeah. But that's the only, I don't mind leftover turkey, but I like the leftover ham so much more. But yeah, so I got a little bit of turkey, got a little bit of ham. That is the bottom of this whole pile right here is mashed potatoes, and then there's some stuffing over here, and my father-in-law makes these awesome, I don't know if they just call them chicken noodles. I don't know what it is. It's like the most fantastic comfort food ever. They love it on mashed potatoes. I like it all by itself, to be honest. It's almost like chicken noodle stew is the only thing I can think of to describe it. I don't even think that's doing it justice. It's just fantastic comfort food. I personally liked, because the stuffing was homemade, and I like stuffing on mashed potatoes in general, but it was good and it wasn't super dry like a lot of stuffing can be. And then the mashed potatoes were nice and buttery, so I was just mashing that stuff in there. Good stuff.
God, Thanksgiving sides are really good.
Dude, yes.
Mashed potato with gravy. I'm a big mac and cheese guy. I love mac and cheese. But
he made an awesome baked mac and cheese, and I didn't even eat it there because it was my plate was full. So I ended up bringing some home. I think I got some pictures of it. And then those rolls are Texas Roadhouse rolls. So they were pretty good. Smash some butter on it. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Speaking of your in-laws, the THC gummy I took a little earlier is kicking in.
You did?
By the way, I take low levels of THC. This is what I'm taking for the first time. So I usually take it to, and I've talked about this before, to help with my sleep.
Yep.
But I got one. This was like a Black Friday deal where I just bought a bunch of different ones. One that's not really geared. It's not really aimed at sleeping. So I was trying it out tonight. It's kicking in.
But it's not geared out. It's not geared for helping you go to sleep.
It probably will eventually, but it has, I think, an ingredient called saffron, which is supposed to kind of boost your mood without causing drowsiness.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But I think the CBD combined with THC might cause me to get a little sleepy at some point.
Yeah, I know. So, really, the only two strains I know of as far as marijuana is indica and sativa. And I think the sativa is the one that was good for helping you go to sleep.
No, indica.
Indica? Oh, okay.
You say it's like saying you're in the couch.
Oh, I thought it was sleepy sativa. I couldn't remember.
Who knows? Maybe I was told wrong. But the gummies.
If I just try it again, I'll just ask at the dispensary. So
And depending on the gummies I have the ones I bought a lot of. I don't know what's in it. I don't know what strand is in it. But I did go to the dispensary a couple of weeks ago, and I got ones that help for sleep that it says indica on it. It's also
Okay.
low levels. Oh no, that's the one that's really high. That's like 10 milligrams. And I took the first time I had it, I took a full gummy, which I'm gonna get to sleep, but I had a lot of trouble getting up in the morning. I was
Ooh,
like,
yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't like
it
that.
So I've gone to those same gummies, but I only eat half each night, which seems to have worked pretty well.
Is that your sweet spot?
Yep.
Well, you would have thought I was using some of that because after we got home from Wichita, I went ahead and made another plate with the leftovers. And there are those noodles again on top of mashed potatoes. There's more stuffing underneath the ham, also on top of mashed potatoes. And then here's the baked mac and cheese, and that was delicious. There you go. Yeah.
Mac and cheese is good in so many different forms.
Yes,
even
it is.
Dude, I'll even say even that whole Kraft mac and cheese.
Love it.
I'll hate on it.
Dude, I used to make that like
mac and cheese.
That's how I used to change up my carb every once in a while, like when I was, dieting hard, because I would weigh everything out so I could, and I was like tracking my macros, so I could eat mac and cheese in certain portions and still stay underneath like my carb target for the day and calories for the day. But yeah, this is just carbs all over. Like, this is carbs on carbs, this is carbs on carbs, this is carbs on carbs. Here's protein on top of all the carbs on carbs, and then here's more carbs with a little bit of protein in there because I put ham in the rolls also.
Oh damn.
Yeah, good stuff.
What I'm good at is I'm good at not eating a lot of bread. I mean, if I have a sandwich, I have a sandwich, but I don't like doing like rolls. But if you stuff a bunch of like protein in it, yeah, okay.
Yup.
If you make a sandwich out of it, I'm a little more into it, but I'm not really big into eating bread anymore, just for the sake of eating bread. With Italian bread's really good, which is why I don't eat Italian.
Actually, for me, it's especially with like Thanksgiving leftovers, all that leftover ham and turkey. You give me some pandesal or Hawaiian rolls, bro. I'm going to town on some carbs.
Yeah, those Hawaiian rolls are pretty dangerous. Excuse me. But the headquarters, I think it's the headquarters, at least a big office for that Hawaiian rolls company. I forgot their name. They're the most popular Hawaiian rolls out there. They're actually in Los Angeles, like the part of Los Angeles that when I go to Los Angeles, it's the part I go to because I see their building. I think it might be like right after Long Beach, if I remember correctly.
That'd be cool to get some like fresh. Although if that's their office, that's probably not the plant that they.
Nope, that's not it. I think our sister and her husband, they went to when they were here last. I think they went up to. God, what the fuck is the name of that Hawaiian roll?
Kings.
All right, it's bugged me so much. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to Google this shit.
Is it King's Hawaiian?
Yeah, it's King's.
Yeah.
I think so. Our sister and brother, I think they went to a King's Hawaiian restaurant. They went up with some friends from college or something like that. I wasn't with them, but I think they said it was kind of up in the LA area. And don't remember where I'm going with this because the THC is really taking over. I'm also drinking Captain Morgan, so it's kind of like Captain THC.
Right on. I do know King's Hawaiian, like, I've only seen it a couple of times, but they actually make like hamburger buns that I kind of want to try. I don't know if I'd be into it, but I want to try it because I bet it would be good.
It is really good when you bite into this, but when you like go through it logically in your head, you're like, this is a lot of carbs with sugar on top.
Yeah, because it's all sweet and stuff.
Put some sugar in it.
Dude, you remember like our kind of makeshift enchilada that we used to make with the Hawaiian rolls?
Yeah.
But get a whole I don't know, 4x4, I don't know, 3x3 of them or whatever. Put a bunch of slather on butter, just all the butter you can put on there. sprinkle sugar on there and drop a bunch of cheese on it and stick it in the oven for 10 minutes. Oh, good stuff.
Maybe I'll get some of it tomorrow. The Filipino market I have access to, I'm 100% sure they have ensaymada because it's just a huge staple when it comes to like convenient Filipino desserts. I'm pretty sure they have it. I haven't looked for it just because it's bread with sugar on top and cheese. That's why it's delicious, but I know what it does to the human body. That's why I don't actively seek out. I have I'm able to go tunnel vision when I go to the Filipino market. It's like I go there, get my my traditional entrees, and then I don't see the bakery on the right.
That's good.
On the left.
Get focused. In and out. No distractions. I don't have ensaymada, and I don't have pandesal, and I don't have Hawaiian rolls.
You can probably buy Hawaiian rolls at the grocery store.
Oh, I know. But I did have more mac and cheese and leftover ham.
There you go. Okay.
So I warmed up more mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese with meat thrown in there.
Yes.
Or seafood. Seafood works too.
Yeah, I would do that.
I've had it with lobster. Lobster's good.
I'd say I've had it with like lobster before. That'd be good. Or crab meat even.
That's delicious.
Shit. I'll make the blue box macaroni and cheese. Throw like a can of tuna in there. I like that too. I know some people think it's weird. I like it.
When I got in really beach shape, this is when I was in my 20s. A lot of I was very active for one, but as far as what I was eating, I thought was healthy. But if I ate that, I was able to get pretty ripped eating it when I was in my 20s. If I were to do it now, I'd just get really fat. But part of what I ate was I did pretty much make macaroni and cheese or macaroni in Alfredo sauce, and I throw a bunch of tuna in there.
Ooh, okay.
And my roommate complained because it smelled.
Well, yeah.
It's tuna.
Gotta have protein. I've never thought about doing it with Alfredo sauce. I mean, that's pretty good.
And it was very processed food as far as Alfredo sauce goes. And the cheese or whatever else I threw in there. Once again, I was in my 20s. I was not. I mean, I knew there was a healthy benefit to it because I threw in a lot of vegetables too. But I wasn't thinking protein, carbs. It was more thinking not kind of lower. Well, I thought it was lower calorie outside of the pasta, but my mind was thinking a bunch of vegetables, some type of meat, and then
is it like how do I get myself to eat more of the healthy stuff? Well, mix it in with all this other shit and
this other processed
processed stuff.
Once again,
it'll be just
in my
fine.
20s.
It evens out. It evens out.
My approach is way different now.
Yeah, it has to be, right?
I can't have pasta or any carbs.
Well, because I was traveling all weekend, I didn't get to indulge in leftovers all weekend. So it was this week was when I was doing it. So I showed you my mac and cheese with ham. After I ran out of that the next day, more mashed potatoes with stuffing and ham. I think I did.
I'm not the biggest fan of stuffing either.
I like to mash it into my mashed potatoes, especially if the mashed potatoes are really buttery. Yeah. And then I ran out of ham, but I still had more mashed potatoes and stuffing, so I put chicken on it. That was actually tonight. It was actually pretty good. And now I have some mashed potatoes and the noodles left, so I think I'm going to be killing that one tomorrow. And then I'll be done with leftovers. But yeah, pretty good. I think the only other thing I had was a donut from Loire's, just because our apartment complex had a social thing. Or it was hosted by Google Fiber. Just a glazed donut, nothing special.
Was it as good as Bill's?
No.
Nope, didn't think so.
Nope. We did see a friend on our way out of town when we were leaving for Wichita for Thanksgiving, And this friend was already indulging also. I don't know if you can see that. There's a little squirrel in the tree with a slice of pizza.
Oh, I saw the picture. There was a slice of pizza.
Yeah. Like, that is amazing. Millie was like trying to get at the squirrel, but she couldn't, obviously, because he was up in the tree. But yeah, had a whole slice of pizza. I was like, that is incredible. That's awesome. Happy Thanksgiving, little guy. Yeah. What else? I ate a lot this week because I was traveling. So just to give you a quick rundown, as I mentioned before, we drove down to Wichita Thursday morning, had Thanksgiving dinner down there, and then drove back to Kansas City. Subsequently, I got on a plane Friday morning to head out to Ohio and started taking pictures of some food there. So these are my graham crackers from the plane. I don't know what's behind. Oh, I think that's my tablet behind it. I was trying to figure out why there was leaves behind it.
Yeah, I thought you were outside. I was like,
Yeah, no. I was looking at that too. No, this was on the plane. I was watching a movie. So I flew. My flight path was KC to Nashville to Cincinnati. So I think this was on the flight to Nashville. I got them graham crackers, and then in Nashville, I decided I had to have a Nashville hot chicken something, right? So I got a Nashville hot chicken sandwich with some crinkle fries at Hattie B's. Hattie B's, I think, is one of one of those like well-known places, kind of like Pat's in Philly. But I'm certain if like I asked around, the locals would be like, "Oh, you got to go to this place for the best Nashville hot chicken," and it's probably something that's not as well known, right, as mainstream. Kind of like barbecue places here in Kansas City. If you ask, if you try to look up good barbecue joints to check out while you're here, you'll get, Jack Stack, you'll get Q39, KC Joe's. But if you get here and you ask me, I'm taking you somewhere that you probably have never heard of before or seen on a TV show. But anyway, I went with the well-known because I was only in the airport. So I went to Hattie B's, and it was a pretty delicious chicken sandwich. It was hot. Like, it wasn't burning my face off, but like I felt the heat. And I think I only got just the hot. I didn't even go like crazy with any of the, I can't remember what the other sauces are, but it was good. I enjoyed it. We had I had to jump on a conference call with Christina and adjusters and all that before that, so I got a little worried that I was eating it a little too close to my connection. I was like, ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna, but I made it. It was good. It was tasty. I would do it again. Maybe one of the other joints because there was a whole bunch of them in there. So that was the flight. I didn't take a picture of it because I didn't know we were going. Paul, Christina, and Dad picked me up in Cincinnati, and I thought we were just going to go back to the Airbnb and have like leftover Thanksgiving. And then somewhere along the way, I'd like to say it was like closer to Dayton, but I'm just going to be honest with you. Paul was driving. Paul does not drive fast. He was getting passed by everybody in Ohio. I don't know how it looks like in Chicago, but
no, he's been out here too. And yeah,
I love you, Paul. You drive slow.
He knows that.
He knows.
It's kind of part of his brand.
But anyway, Christina said she wanted Skyline, so I'm like, you're not going to get any argument from me. So I didn't get any pictures there, but you would have been laughing because like one of the owners was actually there at the restaurant.
Wait, which Skyline is this?
We went to the one in Centerville, like on South 48.
Okay.
Like
By
just
Kroger?
south of like Spring Valley Road.
By Kroger?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we were like kind of discussing the 3-way macaroni and cheese, right?
Is that available?
It was, yeah. They brought it back for a while,
We run it back. All right.
and Paul was like, and me and Paul were talking like, I think it's just like too much cheese, and he's just like, we were kind of talking about, we're like, what if you just got it like without the shredded cheese? If you just got the macaroni and cheese with chili and not the shredded cheese on it.
Hold on. You got to tell them, though, put the cheese on the side just so you have access to it.
Yeah.
You want to throw it on there.
He should have done that. Well, admittedly, I didn't try it. He wasn't a fan of it. He was trying to pitch the idea of like, you should offer it with just the macaroni noodles, like as an option instead of spaghetti noodles, and then offer all the different pastas and all that. And
Which is what I'm doing here. With
Kinda,
the
yeah.
canned version.
well,
not
we
the fresh
were.
version.
He was trying to pitch the idea to the owner, and trying to take credit for it and all that. He was just like, and he did say like when they were kind of doing like when they were test marketing it, they originally did it to where it was just the macaroni noodles, and then the cheese sauce was on a separate like thing, and they would mix it together when it was ordered. But it was taking too much time.
Of course.
And I know I was trying to explain to Paul like what lunchtime looks like in a Skyline Chili during the week. It's busy.
Yep.
It's real busy. And you're trying to knock out a whole bunch of shit in a very short amount of time. And to add the process of plating the noodles, pouring the cheese sauce on the noodles, and having to like stir it together before you put all the other stuff on it. I was like, oh, that had to at least triple the ticket time just for that. He was like, yeah, probably more than that. I'm like, that makes sense. I'm like, I can see why you can't do it. And Paul just like was so adamant. He's like, you really need to offer it. Like, in fact, do all the other noodles, like tagliatelle noodle, spiral noodles, whatever. I'm like, that's a lot of overhead for the exact same thing in a different form.
You're not going to be able, in a Skyline type environment, you can't do
It's
more than
it's
two
essentially
types of pastas.
yeah, it's essentially like fast food. It's fast food that's better as a sit down meal, but it's not fine dining by any means. If it was fine dining, I'd be like, yeah, all right.
I bet when they do these specials, it's probably hell for them because they're like, hold on, we only have this many containers for spaghetti, which is going to be the higher seller, but now we got to take
Macaroni and cheese,
put
yeah.
macaroni in it.
Yeah, so the way they get the macaroni and cheese, it's actually already made. It's all in a big bag and already mixed together. So they're just dumping it into the thing and heating it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pre-made macaroni.
because of time, like
Yeah.
they got to be able to like plate it and go, because that's essentially what Skyline's always done. That's why it comes out so fast. So to add the process of like mixing the noodles and the cheese, it would just take too long.
Yeah,
So I was like, yeah, I totally get that. But I thought it was cool that he heard us out.
I'll say from personal experience with trying different pastas. If you substitute out the spaghetti with macaroni, it's. I think it's great. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, but I
Look,
I can see why they can't offer that
Yep. Or
from
just
a
for
cost
limited time, do it.
perspective.
It's too much of a disruptor within the operations, which makes
Yeah,
people
yeah.
get pissed off because it takes a little longer to get.
Yeah, you're going to get more people that are going to stick to the normal stuff, and they're going to get annoyed because ultimately their order's taking longer because somebody wanted macaroni and cheese and they got to stir it all together. So I totally get it. I think the owner's name, gosh, I can't remember. I want to say his name was Mike. He's the owner of the Skyline Chili in Centerville on
48 right by Kroger.
City Route 48, just south of Spring Valley Pike. So anyway, I think it was Mike. I apologize if I'm getting that wrong. Appreciate you stopping by and chatting with us while we were out there. In fact, I'm gonna put a note to myself to link that Skyline. We'll call it South. Can't type. Centerville. So yeah, I'll put a link to that in the description. If you're ever out there, let them know that Gerard from Kansas City says hello and sent you out there because they have great service. Also, the server we had, I can't remember what her name is either. This is finals week for her at Toledo. Hopefully those are going well for you, and hopefully you are coming out of finals feeling confident about how you did. That way you can enjoy your winter break.
Wait, who is this? Is that Toledo?
Our server, I can't remember what her name
okay.
was. She just happened to mention she was going to Toledo, and I took note because, as you know, I went to BGSU for a couple years, and Dave was going to Toledo, so you know we would make the trek up to Toledo every once in a while from BG because they were only like 20 minutes apart. So, yeah, Mike, I apologize if that's not your name. The owner of that Skyline establishment. Thank you for stopping by our table and chatting with us for a little bit. The server was great. You know, she didn't rush us. She actually started to bring our check out, and I was just like, well, Paul and I were like, decided, yeah, can we order more food? And she was very accommodating. So,
Paulie, because I'm always curious about how we'll call them outsiders.
Yeah.
React to Skyline. Obviously, my sister-in-law was just on here. She is not a fan.
No.
Very blatantly obvious.
But she's only tried a 3-way chili. So we need to get her back there to try a traditional coney.
You can't get cans of Skyline in Kansas City, can you?
Yeah, not that I found.
I mean, I wouldn't say I definitely will say this is not the best way to experience Skyline. It is more of a supplemental, you know, you want crack, but you get cocaine type setup there.
Yeah, you don't. Skyline chili is not chili you eat just in a bowl. And even like the owner was, I'm
talking about the quality of in restaurant versus can.
Oh yeah. That's not the way to try Skyline chili for the first time in a can. No, got to go there. Even Dave Portnoy, you know, he reviewed Skyline chili while he was in Cincinnati, but he got it to go.
Oh no!
You know, because he does it outside. I was like, man, if I would have been there, I would have been like, look, just order it on the plate, like, and I would have told him like, order the 3-way, semi-inverted, let them give you the plate, and just ask for permission to go outside so you can do your video. Like, I'm sure they'll accommodate you. You're freaking David Portnoy, dude. Like, this is notable. It wasn't pizza for once, you know? Which, ironically, he was just in Kansas City reviewing pizza, and he gave a very mediocre score to what's been deemed like the best pizza in Kansas City several times. I'm one of those people that's just like, no, it's not. It's not even close. But anyway, yeah, Skyline Chili, South Centerville. Go check them out. Tell them Alex and Gerard sent you from the GAJ podcast.
Dave Portnoy, who's a dipshit. I mean, if you want to judge Skyline based on your to-go order, that's kind of like paying $12 million for a quarterback who throws 63 yards against your rival and loses by 21 points. 63 yards.
Down goes TTUN. That is the team up north.
A little brief brag there. I'm on the Facebooks and I've been on the Twitters and people are talking about, well, Michigan, no one has rushed for over 100 yards against Ohio State this season, but Michigan did it in the first half. True. How many yards did they rush for in the second half?
Yeah. Who cares?
0.
What was the end result? Cool. I don't give a shit if you threw for 400 yards. They lost.
They try to spray perfume on a piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like
one of those things. But that's kind of like that's social media these days, where it's like you find some really funny shit, you find some shit that's
Portnoy did say like,
and also Portnoy's a douchebag.
I like Portnoy, but
I don't like Portnoy.
He did say he owned it. Like, we lost.
He did say that.
Michigan got their ass kicked. Ohio State earned that. Like,
that's one of what it was on social media. There are other ones where I think you watched the game with a Buckeye.
Yeah,
he kind of bitched down. Like, I'm leaving. He tried to look like excuse
Oh,
him.
that was pretty funny though. That was entertaining.
Portnoy. Fuck you.
But I digress. So anyway, yeah, that was my back to what we already started on. Nashville hot chicken, Skyline chili. I guess I didn't get a picture of my Marions because speaking of the game, I got to check out Ditto in Centerville also. It is right in the middle of Centerville, uptown Centerville. Go check it out. It's a bar called Ditto. If you go there during like football games during the day, order you some like DoorDash and have a cocktail, have a drink. Erica, the bar manager, bartenders are Darcel, my boy, big Ohio State fan and big Bears fan, baby. Let's go.
Oh, damn.
Let's go. Yeah, he and I got along great. And then my girl Raffinay is out there doing her thing too. So if you walk in there, whether it's Erica, whether it's Raffinay, whether it's Darcel, tell them Gerard said hi, man. Tell them I miss them already and can't wait to get back. And I know I'm kind of speaking for you, dude, but Alex can't wait to get there and check it out himself also.
Yeah, I was bummed I couldn't be there this past couple weeks. This week. I don't even know what week it is. Last week? Yeah, last week.
Yeah, well, I guess last week. You're right. But yeah, so that was Ohio. Got my Marions in while we were watching the game with a beer. I think I only had one beer because admittedly I was at Ditto the night before and shut it down. I was a little bit less than sober, and boozing the next day just was not appealing to me, to be perfectly honest.
Life when you're older.
Yep.
Yeah. So I told my buddy this. We're gonna go way far off subject, but
we're all good.
I met up with my buddy to watch the Bears Eagles game. An old Muay Thai buddy. We've known each other well over 15 years. And we were Muay Thai. I mentioned this before that we're Muay Thai training partners for 2 years before we both realized that we're both Bears fans. Like this kind of opens it up. But I met up with them for the Eagles game, and we were out in the bar scene in Huntington Beach. And damn, that THC is hitting because I forgot where I was going. What were we talking about?
You guys realize after like 2 years of training together that you guys were both Bears fans?
No, but and
then you were out at Huntington Beach?
The story that I can't fucking remember now. Well, there you go.
So you're gonna enjoy this story because I think you were.
Oh, hold on!
I'm talking about
I'm gonna listen to this episode a little bit later and be like, "Oh, I knew where I was going with that." I remember.
This is gonna be a long episode because we're still on Mom's Kare, man. And but yeah, if you just interject if you remember where you're going with that. So you already know this. I was all over the place. I think I touched down in 7 different states in 5 days. And I hit all the modes of transportation: planes, trains, and automobiles. The only thing I didn't get was a boat. So obviously I flew to Ohio, and then we drove up to Chicago. We drove, got that up to Naperville, and Christina took us this place. Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it. Did I put it down somewhere? It was pretty good. It was a pub in the middle of Naperville called, well, I didn't write it down, but I had what is this? This is Zombie Dust beer by Three Floyds. It was delicious, very smooth. Hint of sweet without being too much. So that was good. And then my meal, I had a Diablo burger, and it was delicious.
What makes it a Diablo burger?
So it was, I don't know if that's a half pound. I'm guessing it's a half pound burger. It's got bacon. It's got pepper jack cheese. I don't know if I can't remember if it was like a spicy aioli. It looks like it would have just been hot sauce on there. It's got jalapenos and a fried egg. I love this place. I love that like there are multiple burgers with a fried egg on it and bacon. Like it's awesome. And then I'm not usually into it, but the server was like, "Oh, you have to get it on the pretzel bun. It doesn't cost any extra." I'm like, "I don't care if it costs extra. Like, if you're really recommending it that much, I'm gonna get the pretzel bun." And because I was getting the Diablo burger, I also got the Cajun fries, bro. Awesome burger, awesome burger. Glad Christina picked that place because she had been there before, and she was not wrong. It was delicious. It was very, very good.
Is there a weight on the burger, like quarter pound or half pound? Whatever?
I mean, I'm just based off of like what I've done in like in the restaurant that I worked at. I'm assuming it started out as like a half pound,
Okay,
like half pound patty, right? And then you put it on the grill. It still looks pretty massive,
It's a little
though.
deceptive because it looks kind of small.
Oh, because it's kind of a bigger plate. It was almost like a platter style plate. But I tell you what, it's not anything massive. It was very filling though. It was very filling. Maybe we'll try and go over there over Christmas. I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of things going on, but if we can get in there for a burger and a beer, dude, it's good stuff. I like that place a lot. But yeah. Do I have anything else? Did I finally get through all my meals? Oh, this is interesting. So, when we were in Wichita, my father-in-law sent home this snack that he got at like an Asian store. This is what it looks like. This is the packaging. It's almost like vacuum sealed. They're, I think I put some. Where is it? Here it is. I put in a chat GPT because obviously it's all in Asian, so I wasn't quite sure what it was. It is a small packet of spicy dried fish snack from China. Although I thought he said it was duck tongue, so I don't actually know anymore. To me, it seemed more like fish, but Ashley swore it was like duck tongue. Kind of weird. I'll admit, I kind of liked it. I tried it by itself. It was good. It had like some hot sauce on it. It was spicy. And then I put it on some crackers. Pretty tasty. Probably not for everybody, but I liked it. And then my snack for the train ride from Chicago to Kansas City, I had a bunch of stuff, but this is what stood out to me. I don't know if you've ever had these. If you like gummy snacks, dude, Albany's are the best gummy snacks. I don't care if they're the gummy bears, the worms, the sour, the traditional. These are like exotic fruits.
I took a gummy that's a little bit different than that.
Yep, you definitely took a different kind of gummy. But yeah, Alfonso mango, Asian pear, blackcurrant, these were awesome. So if you're into the gummies, like these blow Haribo out of the water. Now they don't have any fun stuff in them like THC, but they're pretty good. I suggest, if you feel hungry for a gummy treat later, that isn't medicated. Go to the gas station and go see if you can find anything by Albanese, like whether it's the gummy worms or gummy bears. They're all awesome. They're so good. So good. So we are an hour and 10 minutes into Mom's Curry Curry.
I'm so glad we ever did that stupid timer.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been.
We just let it flow, dude.
Yeah. Man, we're 2 weeks down, dude. Like we gotta catch up. But yeah, that's Mom's Curry Curry, guys. Like that was
a supersized episode of Mom's Curry.
That's a supersized segment for sure. Let us know what you think. Maybe we spent too long on some things. I don't know. We definitely got off the rails a little bit. But let us know about let us know what you think about the things we're eating. If you have any questions about it, if there's anything you think we should go out and try, I put those Asian snacks on there. If there's something that you've seen that you're curious about, that if you want to see somebody try it and give an opinion, let us know. If we can find it, we'll go get it. We'll try it. Maybe even do a short GAJ podcast first bite reaction, and we'll put it on the show. So yeah, Mom's cray cray. That's it. All right. Which way do you want to go first? Do you want to do Hey Dad Watch This or I Play Nerd first?
Yeah, we can go in normal order.
Okay. So the next segment is kind of an ode to a personal project of mine. It's kind of about adventures. It's getting out and about, whether, I do a lot of camping and off-roading, and I also play golf. I play softball. I try to get short clips of that to put on YouTube and Instagram. But I call it, whoops, that's not it. I call it,
I gotta pee.
Yep. I call it Hey Dad Watch This. That is the actual YouTube channel. It's actually all one word, Hey Dad _watch this on YouTube. I'd love it if you would check it out. But I mentioned my adventure this past Thanksgiving weekend was all over the place. I covered some ground. Like I said, we live in Kansas City, drove down about 3.5 hours to Wichita to see Ashley's family for Thanksgiving, and then drove the 3.5 hours back that night. And then I got on a plane from Kansas City to Nashville, and then Nashville to Cincinnati. And then I got a ride up to Dayton from there. And then the reason I was going to Ohio was so we could drive my dad up to Chicago. Well, we drove. So I got my plane, I got my automobile, and from Chicago, by the way, the reason I flew is because aside from my dad, I'm the only one that knows how to drive his car in our family, because it's a stick shift. It's a manual transmission, so he's not as confident as he used to be about driving long distances. So I made the trip and I drove his car up to Chicago. And then from Chicago, I took a train home to Kansas City. So I literally had a planes, trains, and automobiles type of weekend. Covered a lot of ground in all aspects. I think I had, Kansas, Missouri, Tennessee, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, back to Missouri. So 7 states in 5 days. It was a heck of a trip. Had some flight delays. Had some traffic in the car. A lot of traffic, actually. Like, Alex, I don't know if you remember, like, whenever we would travel between Chicago and Dayton, between Dad and me driving, like, we'd be able to do it in 5 hours. 5 hours. I think if you Google map it, well, now I think it's under 6 hours because of the speed limits, but it used to be if you Google mapped it, it would be probably 6 hours and change. It took us probably, I think we left at, it would have been 11:40 Central Time, and we got in at about 6:30 Central Time. So, I mean, it took us almost 7 hours, which is a long time for that trip.
You remember the McDonald's we used to stop by in Indiana? It was either Murrowsville or Crawfordsville. I can't remember at this point.
Well, we used to do in Crawfordsville because that was like kind of halfway.
Yep.
And then we started stopping in Maryville. I haven't done that. I remember, but I haven't done it in a long time because I actually stop in Hobart because there's less traffic and the gas is a little bit cheaper. It's like one exit past Maryville. That's where we stopped for gas. But yeah, we had a lot of traffic in Indiana. Like, there was a lot of long stretches where we were only doing 30, 40 miles an hour. So yeah, it took us like 7 hours.
Well, Hold on, going back to I was talking about Maryville and Crawfordsville. I brought this up because a long time ago, I'm going to say close to 15 years ago, I worked with a girl from Indiana, and I was talking to her. She was kind of hot, and I was talking to her about, hey, you're from Indiana. We used to drive from Dayton to Chicago a lot, and we stopped by in Indiana and in Maryville. She goes, "That's where I'm from."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I met a chick. It was either Maryville or Crawfordsville. I can't remember which one because it was so long ago.
I bet Merrillville because it's a little more populated.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know because they're guys Indiana. Indiana's probably the lesser populated states. More just a lot of nothing out there.
I would agree with you, except for now I've driven through Kansas quite a bit. So.
Okay. You've been through Nebraska too, haven't you? And Iowa?
Iowa, yeah, not Nebraska.
Okay.
I've been to Omaha, but that's the southeast corner of Nebraska. That's about as close as you can get to Kansas without going all the way into Nebraska.
So Indiana is one of the more populated among the less populated states out there.
Yep.
It has Indianapolis. I mean, there's their big city. But that's it, though. The rest of this, well, Illinois got Chicago as far as like big city goes, but Chicago's also like as being one
Chicago's kind of its own entity.
Biggest city in the country.
There's Chicago, and then there's the rest of Illinois. Kind of New York. New York is kind of the same way, right? New York's a much smaller state, but there's New York City, and then there's the rest of New York.
Well, they also have Buffalo, which is pretty much Canada. They also have
Albany's the capital.
Albany. So I would say it's as far as the state of New York, it's not just New York City. They do have sprinkles. I'd say like
sure.
they kind of have like a Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati type deal up there.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. You're right about that. Even Pennsylvania, they've got Pittsburgh on one end, and then
Philly
on the other end. So, yeah, Kansas. There's not much. Like the most populated areas of Kansas are suburbs of Kansas City, Missouri. Topeka is the capital, but it's not that big. Wichita, like the city of Wichita, like their big claim is like biggest city in Kansas. Like that's literally what I've seen on billboards and stuff like that. Like Wichita, the biggest city in Kansas. Like, is it really? Not gonna lie, I thought it might be a suburb of Kansas City, but
yeah, it's like there's Kansas City.
Here's the thing, like even like the Kansas City area, that's all eastern Kansas, northeastern Kansas. Topeka's closer to this end because Topeka's only like an hour from Kansas City. Going west. Wichita's 3.5 hours from Kansas City, but that's because you're going more south than you are going west. So they're considered kind of like middle Kansas, but not even really. They're closer to the eastern edge of Kansas than they are the middle. They're like in the middle of the eastern half. Once you get past Topeka, bro, it's a whole lot of nothing. I will say this though, it's not. If you like really take in the scenery, it's a lot prettier than it gets credit for. It's not quite as flat. Now, when you get all the way into western Kansas, it is pretty flat. But when people talk about the flyover state and there's nothing to see in Kansas, really most of that is a little bit of western Kansas and eastern Colorado. Because you cross that Colorado border, aside from the sign, there's even less to see in eastern Colorado than there is in western Kansas until you get to Denver. So I will say Kansas is a little bit unfairly judged for scenery when I think a lot of those people that have made that drive are not taking into account that a lot of that is eastern Colorado, because eastern Colorado there ain't nothing. literally nothing until you get to Denver. And Denver just like pops up on you. It's kind of weird. But anyway, I was just saying I did the whole planes, trains, and automobiles thing. Hence why our food segment was so long, because I got to eat in a lot of different places. But yeah, planes, trains, automobiles. Flew to Ohio. Got to check out Ditto and some of my favorite foods. Drove to Chicago and got to check out a new spot in Naperville. Well, new to me spot. And unfortunately, my train was 3 hours late leaving Chicago. So
that sucks.
Leaving
Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, but they delayed it in small increments, in like 15-minute increments.
Oh, that's frustrating.
I could have just stayed at the Airbnb. I could have worked a full day instead of using up a vacation day, and been in time for the train to leave, because it didn't end up leaving until like 6 something at night.
At night or in the morning?
At night.
Okay.
Which means I didn't get to Kansas City till about 1:30 in the morning.
No, that sucks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brutal, dude. And it had snowed. The snow was kind of cool, but it was cold. It wasn't, I mean, it was kind of cool that it was snowing. And that's not really what delayed the train. They had mechanical issues, so that's what delayed it. But unfortunately, the fun snow was already gone by the time I got to Kansas City, so I didn't really get to have any fun in it. but it's all right. It's all right.
I haven't seen snow in like 2 years. You know what? That's a lie. Southern California, you look over at the mountains, you see snow.
There's snow on yeah.
I haven't been next to snow in about 2 years.
Yeah, but I think the highlight for me was I finally made it out to Ditto. Got to see Dave and Tony and Scott, who's
Wait, Tony was out there?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Thanksgiving. God damn, dude.
Yeah.
Me not going to cinema for Thanksgiving just kind of threw me off, because I just can't figure out what time of year it is right now.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little weird. But yeah, I got to play darts there. Obviously saw Erica. Jen and her fiance came out. Who else? There's a lot of people I didn't get to see, and I apologize for that. There was kind of a business focus to the trip. Family business focus. But luckily the Airbnb is so close to the bar that I was able just to shoot over there and hang out. Yeah. So that was a wild and crazy weekend as far as how much ground I covered. What about you, dude? I think you stayed in the same state, but what did you get into besides your Skyline chili? Oh, dude, you're on mute.
Yeah, so I recently put up my Christmas lights and got one new decoration. So I'll see if I can get this on camera. I'll go first in my
I'm gonna enlarge your window.
my
Go for
Target
it.
mini tree right here.
Oh, nice.
No lights
Looks like
on
you've
it.
got some Christmas lights on right behind you on your window.
Yeah. Actually, I want to put up. I realized I had 2 pairs of Christmas lights because I got one Christmas, and I was like, okay, I'll just save these for the next Christmas. And then I put them in a spot that I did not remember they're at. So I bought new ones last year, and now I had 2 pairs of Christmas lights. But I don't have a whole lot of real estate as far as being able to display Christmas lights. But I did throw some up there. I'm going to try to move the camera. Hold on. Alexa, lights out.
Okay.
All right. So I was if the camera can grab this, but I did put on my more exterior,
Yeah, there you go.
my only window, and I can't get the camera everywhere because I'll probably fuck it up somehow.
I can see him though. We can see him.
That's what I got going
That's cool.
there. As far as Christmas lights go, Alexa, lights on.
Okay.
Man, Ashley had our Christmas decorations up on November 1st.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do something like yours, like to my cubicle at work, where there's a Dollar Tree right across the street from my office. So I think I'm gonna sneak over there and get some decorations and decorate my cube.
Nice. So, being that we haven't had an episode since before Thanksgiving, there was another event coming up, and that is Black Friday.
Oh, yeah.
So, what did I get? I have been a pretty consistent purchaser of clothes from Target since I was in college, and I knew they had stuff that I wanted that's more I could wear to work, and it's an athleisure, a Target brand athleisure, which is called, I think, All in Motion, if I can remember it. And I've been last year I bought some lightweight hoodies. That's kind of a thing out here. You're not going to get it out in the Midwest where it's a little bit colder, but in warmer climates like Southern California, people can wear lightweight hoodies. So I bought a bunch last year, and then they released some new colors, like a month ago. So I was like, all right, I'm going to wait for. I'm not going to buy this at regular price, and I do kind of want some newer clothes because my current ones are a little beaten.
Sure.
When you wear the same thing over and over again, it just gets kind of.
Gotta update that drip, baby.
But the Target brand athleisure clothes company did release some new colors of the stuff that they had. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna wait for Black, or not necessarily Black Friday, but for a good sale. So Black Friday they had them on like 50% off. I was like, fuck yeah, let's pull the trigger. So I bought like 4 of their athleisure lightweight hoodies, which I have been wearing to work. But at that time, I wasn't looking for something at Target, but I have wanted new track pants just because I only have one pair that I wear, and I kind of want more. So their athleisure branded stuff was on sale. I was like, oh, I'll try on what they call joggers, more the lighter joggers.
Yeah,
it's kind of feel what it's like, and the joggers are like yoga pants for dudes.
Oh, I'm out.
They're so comfortable.
Oh, shit.
I am wearing them right now. I bought 3 pairs. By the way, really cheap. I bought 3 pairs, and I knew I was going to keep at least 2, and I was going to decide on the third one because I was like, hey, I'll buy all their variations, and I'll return back after the sale, or after I decide if I wanted it or not. But man, these freaking joggers, which I'm calling broga pants. Holy shit. I wore them all day today when I was working. I'm wearing them right now. I actually went to Target to run some errands.
In them? Like wearing them?
I'm wearing them right now, yeah.
Do you wear shorts over them, or do you just wear the yoga pants?
Did I what?
Do you wear shorts over them, or do you just wear the yoga pants like girls?
Oh, I just wear the yoga pants.
Oh, man.
It doesn't look weird or anything like that. It looks like you're wearing like sweatpants that like more modern day sweatpants that are not baggy.
Oh, because I forgot you said they're joggers, so they're not quite like tights. They're just a little more.
No,
fitted.
they're not tights. No, but they're tighter than normal sweatpants.
Okay.
And they do have 2 types of joggers. They have joggers for like if it's really cold out, and joggers for more like California winter cold. So I got the California winter cold. And they're so comfy. I wore them to sleep last night. I wore them all today.
All right, I'm with you on that. I used to have a pair of
pairs because it's just that comfortable.
Yeah, I used to have a pair of joggers that I would wear like when I was in shape. But now it just looks stupid because I've got my gut hanging out and stuff. So I wear baggy sweatpants again.
Anyways, that was my revelation on male yoga pants. I also did purchase off of Fanatics, one of Fanatics sites. I think it's called Lids.
Yep.
I did stick it with the lightweight hoodies. I did go for Ohio State. I got 2 of them. I did want to look at Chicago Bears ones too, but the available selection just wasn't meeting up my criteria. I didn't like the logos that they were putting out there. But I did get my Ohio State lightweight hoodies delivered a couple of days ago. And I really like them, but they're way too long. And they're Nike branded, but I feel like Nike brand's pretty much okay as far as reliability on size. But these ones are way too long, so I'm actually going to take those over to get them shortened, which is not going to cost
you do that?
Much. Yeah, I called the company. couple places right by me yesterday. They said, yeah, it'll be like $5 per shirt.
Oh shit.
I'm like, okay, well, that's really worth it. I got them on really good sale.
What size did you get?
Medium.
It was too long, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're
You sure you didn't get like a medium tall, did you?
No, they don't have that option. It's just medium.
Oh. Crazy.
So I'm gonna have that done. What else did I get Black Friday wise or close to Black Friday wise? Oh yeah, the gummies. I got the gummies.
Nice.
With CBD with THC. I got a bunch of them. It's just a good stuff. I'm like, I know I've had success with these for sleeping as long as I pair it up with melatonin. And then I'm like, well, they also have similar ones that have the same amount of THC but more CBD. So let's see what that's like. And they throw in like an additional ingredient that could be either good for your mood when you don't want to be drowsy, or your mood for when you want to, progress toward sleeping. Yep,
sure.
So the one I took today for the first time was the one that's progressing your mood while you're still awake.
When you fly to Chicago, do you fly direct?
Depends. For Christmas, I think I'm direct on the way there, and then I have a layover on the way back home.
Oh, okay. So either end, nobody's gonna care if you have any of those treats with you.
I don't know. I mean, I would say probably don't try it. Don't try traveling.
I'll admit I've done it before.
A long-time friend that has traveled with that stuff, and maybe better that I ask him. Like, hey, how'd you get around that? If it's check baggage, that's one thing. If you could do it while carrying it just in your carry-on, whatever carry-on, I think it's also okay. I mean, if they open it and they see it and they decide they notice the ingredients in it, and depending on what state you're in, maybe they'll take it. I don't know. I think if it's like California and Illinois, I think it might be okay.
Admittedly, when I was
Do you want to get back on camera? I just want to look at me the entire time.
Oh shit, I just realized I'm not on camera. That's a good point. Whoops, that didn't do it. Wrong buttons. How do I do that? Why? Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, there I am. When I was at a trade show in Vegas in, I want to say 2018. I think it was 2018. I got, first of all, like, I worked with a whole, like, company of, like, degenerates. It was, anyway, we went straight to the dispensary from the airport before the hotel. And I got some gummies, but I think I got two sleeves of gummies and 2 like joints. Cause admittedly, I like smoking more than I like the gummies. So whether it's a bowl or a joint, I generally like it better. I don't know what it is. I like it better. But I still had a bunch, like when we left. Like I had the gummies. The joints are gone. And I decided, I was like, well, I'll just put it in my carry-on. Well, I only had a carry-on anyway, but I just put it on top. Like if you would open it, like it would be the first thing you would have seen. I got it through just fine. Now that was in Vegas, right? Leaving Vegas to come back to Missouri. So I don't know that TSA would have cared in Vegas. I have to think maybe it might have been different in Missouri. I don't know. But I got all the way through. Had no issues. And
I might bring some with me next time I travel. When I travel to Chicago for Christmas, but I'm gonna wait till it's like a lower amount, or I'll just only put a lower amount inside.
Yeah.
See if it gets caught, it gets taken. Whatever. That's $5.
That's kind of the way I was, because I was like, I already had it. Like, I don't live in Vegas, so I either throw it away or take it with me. And if they tell me to throw it away, then I throw it away. No big deal. And it was definitely several years before it was recreational legal in Missouri. But yeah, I actually, once I got them back, I didn't really. I think I ended up giving most of it away because I just wasn't using it that often. So I ended up giving it away. But yeah, I got all the way back to Missouri with it. Got all the way home. No big deal. So anyway, the point of that was, I have a feeling you won't have any issues because you'll be flying from California where it's legal to Illinois where it's legal, especially if you're flying direct. Now it might be different if like.
Yep, I think my flight in is direct.
Yeah,
I need to look at my itinerary again.
Might be different if you're like, I don't know, you have a layover in, I don't know, Salt Lake City, because I don't think it's legal in
Indiana, Ohio,
in Utah. I was gonna say Denver, but it's legal in Denver, so
that's one of the first places it was legal.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so that won't be an issue. Yeah, I don't know, maybe Iowa, Nebraska. I have no idea. I don't even know where it's not legal anymore or it is legal. But also, I don't use it very often. I don't use it at all, really. It's just more of a preference thing. It doesn't really. I don't like it socially, and I haven't needed it to help me go to sleep in a long time. So yeah.
That means I'm going in the wrong direction.
Well, I tell you what, if I get to a point where I need certain types of medication, like anxiety medication or pain meds, like high powerful like prescription pain meds, I'm probably getting weed first. Try that first and see if that works, because at least it's natural, right? Versus all this chemically processed stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Those are our adventures. Let us know. I didn't get a chance to do the Black Friday thing because I was traveling, but also I wouldn't have anyway because, I have a computer. Well, shit, I have a smartphone, and that smartphone has things like Amazon, Walmart, Dick's Sporting Goods. I don't shop in the stores very much anymore at all. Unless it's something like I just want to go see, and then I still might leave and buy it online. But how many of you, or who of you out there still like to go to the stores for Christmas shopping? I know a lot of people do, and that's cool. Not really my thing, but I'm curious to see how many people are still doing it, and if so, like, is it for specific types of items, like clothes, or maybe you do clothes online and you're going for like big ticket items? I'm just curious, do you prefer going to the stores, especially for like Christmas shopping and Black Friday, or do you prefer online shopping for Christmas, especially around Black Friday? And, there are things like Cyber Monday, there's Prime Day in June. So I kind of try to take advantage of those things versus going to the stores. But yeah. Anyway, that's Hey Dad, watch this. We kind of started talking about toys.
I do have flag football starting this week.
Hell yeah, dude!
A previous team that I liked playing with before.
Cool.
I was with them a couple of seasons ago, but this past season because they weren't they signed up late, they got bumped up to a higher level league. I had to reach out to their captain, and I'm actually going to be playing for them this Sunday. Yeah, this Sunday.
Are you subbing, or are you on the roster now?
I'm on the roster.
Oh, cool.
That's kind of why you won't be able to get out to the Filipino market for one slug.
Get
up really.
That
early.
might not be the worst thing for you for a while, but it's still sad.
If I were to do that, I'd probably get the food and just like keep it at home. I know it's gonna get cold, but I'll find a way to warm it up and then eat it after I play.
Filipino food is just fine reheated. Sometimes some of it, sometimes it's better if it's like, it's better like the second time around. But I don't know. That'd be fun. I wish I could find. I wish I knew a team that played flag football. I think that'd be fun. I suck at it though. So, but also we don't have beaches. Like I think it's cool because you guys play on the sand.
We play on the sand, but they also have leagues that play on grass and on turf.
Okay.
I don't do those ones. I'm gonna get hurt if I do that.
Yeah, turf would suck, dude. Have you ever slid on turf? No
I've
bueno, dude.
I talked to people from turf leagues that for one season they played on the sand, which they did not like. they said there's no give on the turf, which is why they keep falling on the sand because they regularly play on turf.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's definitely a lot faster on turf because, like you said, you have more traction, so you can cut harder and maintain a lot more speed.
On sand, people just fall down for no reason at all. It's like something happened. I fell.
Yeah.
And times when you want to jump up to try to catch a ball, you bend down to jump, you load it up, and you just sink further down.
Yep. I remember that from playing. It actually screwed me up, like, because for a long time I didn't play like hardcore volleyball. I would play sand volleyball. I've actually played in a few leagues here, but it got to the point where, because it had been so long, I was like, I think I was reffing volleyball, and one team didn't have enough players, so I think I just, gave the forfeit win to one team, and then they were just playing for fun, and I played with them. And the first time I went up to hit, I went up, hit, and landed, and I thought my knees were going to explode because I just, in my I hadn't programmed my mind to remember that I was landing on hard court instead of sand. And bro, that hurt. Like, which is funny because if you would have given me a basketball the same day and I was just dribbling around to shoot hoops, I would have been fine because my brain would have been like, okay, you're playing basketball, like you're landing on a basketball court. Playing volleyball, I'm so used to landing on sand. I kept forgetting it. Like I would land so hard and it would hurt so bad. But I don't know if that's like that for you. Like, have you played any of the other leagues outside of sand or just?
For football, no. I played kickball a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay.
I liked, but it was more about the scheduling and location, though. I didn't keep going with it.
I bet if you went and played like flag football on turf, you'd come out of there and be like, "Oh shit, that hurts so bad."
I'll pull muscle, yeah.
Also, by the way, when you hit
I'm into that.
When you hit the ground, the ground's harder, but the rashes you get from turf suck.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to do both, because my mindset is when I'm on the sand, I know I could jump and land, not land on my feet, but I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Minus I have found broken glass in there. I have found knives in there. And I had to like jump up and say, "Time out." I said, "What do you call time out?" I'm like, "I found some broken glass, or I found a knife." One time I found a knife. I was like, "Hey, ref."
Yeah. We should pick this up and get rid of it before we keep playing. Absolutely. 100%. But, yeah. Tell us about your adventures. What have you guys been doing? Black Friday just happened. Cyber Monday just happened. Thanksgiving, a lot of travel. College football, a lot of rivalry games in the last couple of weeks. Conference championships. What are you doing for Christmas? Let us know. Put them in the comments. Shoot us an email. Or even give us some ideas of where we should go on, whether it's on planes, trains, or automobiles. Where would you like to see us go? What would you like to see us report on? Let us know. That is Hey Dad, Watch This. We're getting into something else. I always look forward to this because, especially if I have stuff to talk about, it's about toys or our definition of toys. It's an ode to Alex's personal project on YouTube called I Play Nerd. Look up at I Play Nerd on YouTube and check his shows out. He does real toys, and that's pretty cool because he does toy hunts. He talks about the figures. He talks about the history of the figures. Which which universe they come from and a little bit of backstory. So it's kind of cool. I usually go first because his shit is way cooler than mine. Mentioned I was traveling all weekend, and when you fly, you go through TSA. Can't have your normal pocket knives and whatnot. I mentioned I got this a couple weeks ago, right? So this is a little TSA-friendly multi-tool. So it's got little pliers. It's only about 3 inches long, the handle. Little pliers. It's got a little set of scissors, and I guess scissors are legal as long as they're not too pointy and they're less than 4 inches, the blade, the cutting part. So tested that theory out, got it through, worked like a charm. So this is something I'm going to keep because if I have to fly, call me weird, I just like to have some sort of tool on me to do some stuff if I need to. The other thing I'm going to try is, this is something I've had for a while now. This is it's a blade with a little screwdriver, a flathead, and a Phillips head screwdriver. And I carry this on a pretty regular basis because I've found it very useful for work purposes. The cutting part, it's cutting wire or cutting boxes open. I'm actually going to try and get this through, see if I can take this on the plane minus the blade. That's something I keep hearing about, is if you take the blade out, which maybe I did earlier. Oh, here we go. So you can take the blade out and you just keep this part. You can fold it up. When you go through TSA, if they take it out and look at it, as long as it doesn't have the blade, supposedly you're okay. So I'm going to try that out next time. I just lost the screw to that, so I might have to try it out sooner rather than later. But yeah, I'm going to try that out and see if that works. And you'll know because I'll talk about it on the show if and when I get to try that out. Which will actually be soon. I'm going to Colorado right after New Year's. So we'll have to try it out, and I'll let you know how that works. Is there anything you ever take through TSA? You actually fly more than I do lately. That you ever wonder that might be questionable? No. Besides weed?
Well, I'm taking weed before. I think I'm taking CBD gummies, but they didn't have any THC in it. But as far as anything questionable, I don't think I brought anything. I mean, I'm trying to think of coming back from Costa Rica. Did I bring anything? I don't think so. Yeah, I usually try to fly pretty clean because I don't want to have to risk any unfortunate occurrences that could potentially happen.
Right on. Yeah, I don't like to get too risky with it, but I always get stopped anyway because, I have typically I'm carrying a gaming laptop. I've got like camera stuff, batteries and all that. So they end up going through my bag. They went through my whole backpack on the way when I was going through TSA in Kansas City. So I'm just kind of used to it because I carry so much crap in my backpack between batteries and chargers and computer stuff, camera stuff. So I just get kind of used to it. Oh, and then I actually carried this water bottle with some hydration packets and then some supplement packets in it. They opened it up too. I'm like, oh, those are just my supplements. Sorry. They were cool. But yeah. Oh, shit. I actually forgot. So I mentioned we have a lot to be thankful for. A couple of things I'm thankful for. We have a great family friend. He's been one of my best friends for a long time, helping our family out with a lot of things right now. Dave, love you, bro. You are my brother from another mother. Also thankful for the Buckeyes, baby. The Buckeyes. We ended the drought, beat the team up north handily, and we're into the Big Ten Championship. And I'm also thankful for our Chicago Bears. Somehow we're in first place. I don't know how, but I am thankful for the issue of having to choose which patch I'm putting on my backpack every week, every day, because our teams are doing great. They're playing great football and winning, and yeah, I've been changing these out pretty much every day on my backpack. I have a little Velcro patch, So these are those. I think we talked about these before. These are the patches I got that didn't have Velcro, and I found a way to put them on. So they work freaking awesome.
I really want the Bears to try out a helmet where they have the Bears head logo on it. Which, as far as I know, they've never done before. It's always been that C logo.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the traditional C. I like it when they do like the orange stripes every once in a while.
I feel like I want to go into like try something for like a new era of the Chicago Bears, the Ben Johnson era, and throw that Bears head logo on it, the alternate logo. I think it's the way they go. They've been trending toward it. It's like if you go to ESPN or probably most sporting websites, when you look for NFL teams and you select the team that you want to pull up information for, you don't see the traditional C logo for the Bears. Now it's the Bears head. And that started last year.
I see it both ways. I wouldn't hate seeing it tried out, like, or when they do different uniforms every once in a while, trying it out. But I kind of like that they have something that stays pretty traditional. That the Bears do it, the Chiefs do it, and the Packers pretty much, aside from maybe some like colorways, pretty much have the same uniform all year long. Like there's nothing that changes. Like the Patriots will have throwbacks and other teams will have like throwback uniforms. And the Bears, the Chiefs, the Packers, they don't, because they've had the same uniforms the entire time. And I kind of appreciate that. But I wouldn't mind if they tried. I wouldn't mind it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should those more traditional teams that have stayed with the old school, quote unquote, old school logos, the ones I'm thinking of primarily are the Chiefs, the Packers, the Bears, I think the Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders have been the same forever.
Basically been the same. I think the Jets too.
I think Chargers also. I mean, theirs is pretty unique, but it's been...
Yeah, but they're not exactly the oldest team in the league either, I don't think. I don't know. Admittedly, I don't know.
One thing I learned from working for a company that made that dealt with the NFL, especially with the helmets, is that something I didn't really realize until I was working for them, is that the Pittsburgh Steelers helmet has a logo only on one side. One side has the logo, the other side is blank. I didn't know that until I worked for that company. This is like 2018. Because we made helmets and our Steelers had the logo on both sides. And some customer was like, "That's wrong. You know what the fuck you're doing." I had to go and actually do the research with the owner, and I went, "Yeah, they're right. The logo is only on one side."
Whoops.
Half the side of the Pittsburgh Steelers helmet is just pure black, and they have a yellow stripe that goes across, and the other side, which I believe is the right side, has the white circle with I don't know what you call it, the stars on them. Not really stars.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about though. Like the
Steelers logo.
I don't know, those little
That's a little one of the things you don't realize.
I didn't know that
until someone points it out to you. Like you're gonna watch the next Pittsburgh Steelers game and go, yeah, it is true.
I'm literally looking it up right now.
The right side has a logo, or it might be the reverse. Who knows? Steelers fans probably know.
Helmets.
It's kind of funny. You tell me over the first time, you're like, no way. You're like, oh, okay. Didn't realize that.
Why Steelers logo is only on one side of the helmet history.
I believe it was a test run, and they said we're just gonna keep it on one side when it tested well.
In 1962, the Steelers logo became associated with the team. The organization chose to only put it on one side of the helmet, and they haven't changed it since. Why is that? In 1962, the Steelers organization decided to establish a logo that fans continue to know today. Previous helmets were gold, and the new ones were decided to be black with the new logo. Since the new logo had gold in it, and it needed to stand out. Here, I'm going to put this on the screen so you can read it with me.
I got to pee again.
Well, then I'm just going to keep reading. Too many things popping up. Let's see, 62. Oh. Dan Rooney, whose father Art founded the franchise, asked the Steelers equipment manager Jack Hart to put the logo on the right side of the helmet. He apparently didn't specify if he wanted it on both sides or just the right side. It's a very simple story. It was an arbitrary decision by the equipment manager. Dan Rooney told him to put the decal on the helmet, and he just went ahead and did it and put it on the right side only. Dan was not specific as to whether he wanted it on both sides of the helmet or just one side, so once it was done, he never changed it. So it was purely a translation by an equipment manager who heard the owner say, put the logo on the right side. And because he didn't specify both sides, he only put it on the right side. So there you go. That's why the Steelers, and then they just decided to never change it. So that's why the Steelers logo is only on the right side of the helmet. Huh. Admittedly, I didn't know that until just now. So yeah, and I think there was a picture up here. There you go. There's the right side of the helmet with the logo, left side of the helmet, just black. Interesting little tidbit. Save that one for what do you call that? Like trivia day. Go play trivia at the bar, and that one's if that's a question, you'll know. It was the equipment manager that did it. So yeah.
Good for him. I hope he's rich now.
I agree. Hopefully they took care of him. I mean, that looks like the way it is, and it's an iconic thing, and Steelers fans call it out if it is on both sides, and that's because of the equipment manager. And in case you missed it, the equipment manager's name was Jack Hart. Jack Hart is the reason the Steelers logo is only on one side of the helmet. So there you go. Congratulations, Jack Hart. You are a part of history. Anyway.
Well, no one's going to hear your name because you have to really dig deep to find out why that happened.
Yeah. It was basically just a lost in translation thing. Not lost in translation, but the way he translated it was the owner only wanted it on one side, so that's what he did. So, cool story. All right. Do I have any other toys? I think I'm good on my toys. What do you have?
Just went to Target before we started recording. And, I was there picking up just normal stuff like
your yoga pants.
No, I bought all the varieties on Black Friday. So that was a good move. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but I might keep all three that I bought. I definitely was keeping two. The colors of black and charcoal. And then I got a pair of dark blue ones, navy blue, which I thought was like, okay, it's kind of like the Bears colors. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep them, but for the price I paid, I'm like, just fucking keep it. I don't know. I'll decide later because I've only worn one pair, and they're fantastic. Oh, what's that moving on? Oh, okay. I play nerd.
Yeah.
So I did come back fresh from Target. Oh, hold on. Let me first point out that I'm still having technical difficulties with transferring files from my phone to my laptop. So I'm not sure I'm going to get the footage that I recorded for the like 3 or 4 videos that I have pending. And maybe a situation of which the cable I'm looking at is the cable I'm using is just outdated, or I got it off Amazon, so maybe it just deteriorates over.
Yeah, there are cables that aren't rated for data transfer. Like
I was using it before.
Oh,
that's what I was using before.
Okay.
So I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's related to my phone, which is also pretty old, or my laptop, which has never been the greatest. So, or the cable, which I got from Amazon, which just means you know what you got, but it works as long as it's not going to cause a fire. It's probably it passes.
And it's Amazon. Get another one.
But that's why I haven't been able to upload a whole lot of shit, and I really I really need to start uploading shit because I have stuff to open up that I want to play with. But so for coming fresh from Target today, this is we're recording on the Friday night, just for those of you wondering. And I did a quick trip to Target to grab some shit, including some butt wipes. But while I was there, of course I went to the toy section. I wasn't recording or anything like that, but it is the holiday season, so they're putting stuff out there. And one of the lines I love to collect is the Simpsons line. Let me turn on the light here. But I did find a character or a version of the character that lasts for one joke, which is probably about 10 to 20 seconds max. And if you're a fan of The Simpsons, I'm sure our brother-in-law will know this reference pretty vividly. But there is a section that flaunts Ned Flanders' sexiness, and that is when he's wearing a ski outfit. And this does
Hang on,
a
let
good
me make
job.
the screen
This does a
bigger.
good job where he shows off his butt, and Homer Simpson calls him "stupid, sexy Flanders," and they made a toy of it as well.
That's awesome. Is it actually called Stupid Sexy Flanders on the
It
box?
just says that this company needs to save money. They're a very small company. That's why the packaging is very bare. That's why you see a lot of white. A lot of it is very standardized from character, from figure to figure. You'll get a lot of the same thing, but that's why it is a small company. But it really is good for just one pose. That's the one pose where he's showing off his ass, like right there. And it is a very popular joke. So if you go to YouTube and you type in The Simpsons "stupid sexy Flanders," you'll find it. It is one of the lines that me and my friends from college reference quite a bit from time to time. It is one of those golden age Simpsons, a classic age Simpsons jokes that if you were there watching it, I was probably I'm gonna say early high school when that episode aired. It is one of the things that sticks out because it was already classic when I was in college. And there you go. You got Stupid Sexy Flanders.
Oh, you gotta get this, dude.
And they made a pop of it also.
That's awesome. I wonder how much that is.
It is one of those things that I don't know if that would. I think it would pass censors today. I'm pretty sure it passed censors today. But it's one of those things that would probably get flagged and be like, hold on, let's review this. Who knows? I think in the
I
90s,
don't think so. With some of the shit they put on TV anymore, dude, come on. That's nothing.
I didn't even know what to put on TV. I
$63.
just watched streaming. But that is Stupid Sexy Flanders. I will film the intro to the video that I don't know if I'll ever be able to complete because of the file transfer issues I'm having. But at least I'll film the intro the way it's just so I can open it and play around with the figure.
These pop figures are something else, man. They're everywhere. And they make everything.
They're a little bit more on the downslide now because I think they said they're potentially falling for bankruptcy or going out of business or something along those lines.
That might add value to them later, though. Like,
I
I still want to get, I still have. Oh, let me get this off the screen so you can actually see this. But I still have, I'll make it bigger so you can see it.
Cameron
Fry, and I need to get Ferris Bueller and Sloan.
Yeah.
Sloan Peterson.
The third major ones. Yep.
Which I kind of missed my window because this was probably a month or so ago. They were on Amazon I could have gotten both of those two for like $15 total. But I digress. But yeah, the toys. Did I get anything else new? Oh, I need to show you this actually. Something that I got that I used because I was flying, and I think you might want to look at this, especially because it's winter and you're going to need to pack some layers. I used these vacuum bags to pack my suitcase this past trip, and they worked great. I wouldn't get these ones specifically. I'd go for slightly bigger ones, but they're awesome. Like, you can put your Oh shit, that's loud.
I can't hear it.
Zach. I can't. I don't know how to move it. Oh, here we go. There we go. This one came with a pump. You don't actually need the pump. You can just take that cap off and squeeze the bag. But yeah, it compresses everything down, takes all the air out of it, and creates a lot more room in your suitcase. But yeah, that might be something that you might want to try before you, like, when you fly.
Yeah, but
fly
will
out.
all that be wrinkled when you bust it open?
I mean, are you bringing like dress shirts that you need to keep crispy?
No, but if you're wearing a t-shirt, you'd be like, I don't want it to be all freaking wrinkled.
Mine, it was fine for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And another thing is that only works going one way unless you bring that vacuum with you.
This is packable, but if you don't want to pack
How
it,
big is it?
like,
Well, actually, if it's just that thing, that's pretty nice.
yeah, I got the one that fits in my 20. This one, so I got like this 20-inch luggage. I got 2 of the small and 4 of the extra small.
Do you charge it with USB?
You can charge it with USB,
Nice.
but again, if you don't want to carry the pump, like you just take that little blue cap off, and then you just push it all down, and the air escapes. So you don't necessarily need the pump for it. But it was great because I was flying and I still brought like my snow jacket, right? My puffy jacket with the shell on it. I put it all together, shoved it in one of those bags, and vacuumed it shut. It was nice and flat, so I could take my coat with me without having to wear it on the plane, because I don't like, that would have been too bulky sitting on a plane for me. But yeah. So yeah, they compress down really small. Makes packing a lot easier. Makes your bag heavier. Like if you're trying to go with just a carry-on, it's gonna make it a little heavier, but at least you don't have
How
to
much
check
does
the
that
bag.
cost? Because I kind of want to, when I go to
$20.
Chicago, I kind of want to bring enough clothes, but also leave space in case I buy stuff that you can. That's regional as far as sports teams go.
Yeah,
$20? Fuck. How many bags does it come with?
6.
Sick.
So it's like I said, it was so it was 2 of the small, and then 4 of the extra small. There's different, like there's an 8-pack with looks like 2 large, 2 medium, 2 small, 2 extra small.
So you have it already, right? It looks like you purchased it already.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used them to go to fly to Ohio.
Okay. Fuck. $20? Huh?
I would actually get probably, so I got the 6-pack for $20. The bags ended up being kind of small because you got to get your clothes in there first. Like when they're flat, they look perfect for a carry-on, but then I didn't really think that through about having to get my clothes in there. So I would probably go for one of these because they've got the bigger bags. And I mean, like the 12-pack is only $5 more, and it's got the bigger bags. Or even the 8-pack is only $2 more. And I think you'll find that, I think this would be a good one to get because you could try the small and extra small, but I think what you'll find is even in a carry-on suitcase, you'll end up liking the large and medium better. But yeah, I like them. I think they're cool. There's other ones that are a little nicer because they open up kind of like a suitcase and then you zip them shut and then you can vacuum them. But they're a lot more expensive. I might invest in that later, but I wanted to at least try it out first, just a vacuum bag, and this was the way to go. I actually have some bigger ones because I use them for like storage bins underneath the bed for like, out of season gear.
So how many shirts can you fit in one of those bags?
So that small bag I had 5 shirts, 5 t-shirts, a long sleeve shirt, and a pair of jeans. Is that right? Yeah. And then, so that was in one of the small bags. In the other small bag, I had my North Face coat, like it's got like the dark gray and red puffy jacket on the inside of like a red shell. I was able to fit that into the small, and then like have it only take up like half of one side as far as the dimensions. And then in the extra small, I had one of them had my gym shorts, my merino, my merino layers, like a long sleeve shirt and leggings, and then all my underwear. And I think I just because I decided to put my socks in a separate extra small bag. But yeah, like I fit all that like in my carry-on. Ah, jeez. So I have a carry-on like this, like a hard shell with the spinner wheels that opens up like half and half. I was able to fit all my clothes, including my coat, in this one half, and then I would put my toiletries and extra shoes and other shit in this other half. So I mean, that was clothes basically for 5 days. Cause yeah, actually I had 6 shirts, 6 t-shirts, a long sleeve shirt, a set of like merino wool layers, like a top and a bottom. Like I mean, I was packed, completely packed. It worked out well. I would try these though because they're pretty inexpensive compared to. They're nicer ones that open up like the suitcase, so they're actually easier to put stuff in them and then vacuum them down. But they're a lot more expensive, so I would try these first. And then move up to like these. These are these ones. These are kind of nicer. Like they zip up from the top, right? And then you vacuum it down. But they're $50. And it's really only 2 pieces. So I would say try the cheaper one first and then move up to this one if you like the idea. Because I think you'll figure out if you like them. This is the one I want to get. But these are $85. I just like that they open up. Let's see. Did I show it? I like how they open up. Like you can see that the zipper, it zips around instead of just the top end. So it opens up like a suitcase. You can put all your stuff in there and then vacuum it down. But I wanted to make sure I liked them before I went and spent like $85 on them. So, yeah. That's my my packing tip for the day. Yeah, something you might want to try for when you pack up for Chicago because
I might try the
especially
vacuum
coming from
thing.
Southern California, you're going to want some layers, bro.
I might try the vacuum thing just because I want to leave room to bring back stuff that is a little more difficult to purchase here, like Chicago Bear stuff or Chicago sports stuff that you can probably buy online, but a lot of times you want to try on the size because sizes vary so much between even within the same with the same brand. I've seen variations be vastly different.
Yeah.
So when I go to Chicago, I kind of want to try it on before I purchase it.
Yeah. And by the way, you don't need to bring that little vacuum thing with you. I'm assuming you're staying with mom when you go. Just get her vacuum cleaner out, put the hose on it, and suck all the air out. It actually works better. It works better than the little pump it comes with.
Oh, it's not. Is that not battery operated?
It is. It's just a USB charge, but it's a small little pump, right? Like
It's probably pretty weak.
Yeah, like I mean, it does fine. It'll suck the air out just fine. But if you stick a vacuum cleaner on it, like I used Ashley's like Dyson vacuum, and it sucked down like right away.
Okay.
It's just more effective because it's faster.
Yeah.
But the little pump will get it done. Like if you're traveling to Oregon, right, and you don't have access to a vacuum, it'll be fine. But yeah, so that was kind of my revelation. I was like, oh shit, that's a good idea. And I tried it out, and I was like, shit, I will probably pack like that from now on. So try it out. Let me know what you think. I'll even bring my pump if you want to use it, but like I said, if you use mom's vacuum, it'll work better.
I'll probably try that.
Yeah.
It's cheap enough.
Because then you could, like, one, you're going to need layers, and to be able to, like, vacuum them down is going to help you save room in your suitcase so you can stick with just the carry-on. And if you're smart about it, like, you can do laundry at mom's house and then leave room for, whatever you want to get, like Bears or Cubs gear while you're in Chicago,
Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll be disappointed if I don't buy anything when I'm in Chicago.
Yeah, like, oh, man.
I did all this, and I just have a lot of room in my luggage.
Yeah, like, I bet you could get away with, like...
I can fit the whole fucking Luminized pizza in this luggage now.
Right? And then, yeah, you can vacuum it, and it's not going to get everywhere. Actually, that's a pretty good idea. I didn't even think about that one.
I put food in here, damn it. Mom, buy some more oxtail.
Yeah, and I bet for you, like, you're going to need the layers, so, don't hold back. But if you can get away with just using, like, one of the quote-unquote the bigger bags, the small bag, and 2 of the extra small bags, and then you just bring the other small bag and 2 extra small bags, like just lay them flat in the bag, you can use those for whatever you buy in Chicago and compress those down. So, yeah. It definitely worked pretty well. I highly suggest it. Highly suggest it. Anyway, what else we got? We are in a super long episode. We're making up for lost time for sure. You got anything else for I Play Nerd?
That's it for I Play Nerd.
Cool. Well, let's move on because I've been waiting to talk about this all night. We're into what you watching, and if you haven't guessed it yet, well, we're going to get into that. I'm going to get into a couple things first. Saw some really cool memes for what I'm watching. One of them is this one. Popes from Chicago, 1. Popes from Green Bay, 0. So I thought that was a pretty good one. The other one was, you'll enjoy this one. Time taken to get picked. New Pope, 2 days. Shador Sanders, 3 days. I don't know. I just thought
that up in the previous episode, and Shador Sanders is probably the best Browns quarterback they've had in a while.
Yeah, he's
of 1-1.
He's working it out. And by the way, I do not blame the Browns for taking him because in the 5th round, there's only upside,
Well, it's kind of like, why did you draft Dylan Gabriel when they signed Flacco and Kenny Pickett, and they're still paying a shitload of money to Deshaun Watson?
Yeah.
By the way, I'm so glad.
Was weird.
I'm so glad the Bears did not draft Deshaun Watson when they could have drafted Patrick Mahomes and they drafted Mitch Trubisky, because you don't know what would have happened if Deshaun Watson would have been drafted by the Bears. He could be really 100%. Good, or he could just been like what you got.
But
now.
that's hindsight, right? That's hindsight.
It is one of those things. Like, I wanted the Bears to draft Deshaun Watson at the time. They picked 100%. Some dude that no one's ever heard of, and then let go some dude that was probably one of the best quarterbacks of our time. And I just want to say that I'm glad that the Bears did not pick Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. In hindsight, absolutely. I will say, though, at the time, my second choice was Patrick Mahomes. But also, given the way that the Bears were handling quarterbacks in general, all the way literally up until last year, from back then, I think we might have fucking ruined Patrick Mahomes too. So, and maybe even Deshaun Watson. So, I don't know. It would have been cool, but you just don't know. Well, I'll take that off for now. What else? Watch a few things on the plane, and I actually watched it twice already since it showed up on Netflix. That is one of my top 2 movies of all time, The Sandlot. Oh yeah, I've already watched it twice.
HBO Max right now.
What's that?
It is on Was it HBO Max that's on?
No, it's on Netflix.
Oh, Netflix? Okay. By the way, HBO just got acquired by Netflix as of last night.
I was wondering why I was seeing things on both.
There was a big bid. Warner Brothers was up for sale. Warner Brothers, which includes HBO, was up for sale. People put their bids in, and Netflix won.
Wow.
It's going to take, the acquisition is going to take probably close to a year and a half. So it won't be official until sometime mid to late 2027. Yeah, 2027. But that's what's
I wonder
going
if they're
on.
going to combine the two.
Well, there's a lot of concern over culture of Netflix versus a more traditional Warner Brothers HBO type company. But I think Netflix will be smart enough to be able to adapt to it. My biggest concern is that I am a huge fan of DC Comics, and that Warner Brothers has Warner Brothers created the DC Studios, run by James Gunn and Peter Safran, who have a plan that's already long in place as far as building out this DC cinematic universe, which includes Superman. There's Wonder Woman, Batman coming on the pipeline. There's Lantern, the TV show Green Lantern is coming out next year. Supergirl's coming out next year. So there's a lot going on. Peacemaker's already in the headspace of the pop culture universe. My concern is going to be that they have to pause all that development to figure out what Netflix wants to do.
Who gets to keep it?
Yeah, because right now there's a plan.
They didn't buy Warner Brothers. They just bought HBO.
They bought Warner Brothers plus HBO, so it includes HBO Max, includes Warner Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Includes Discovery Channel, includes all that shit.
But that means they own all the
Netflix
DC stuff too, then.
Or Netflix does not own that. They'll own that in 2027.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you were saying that Warner Brothers sold the HBO piece and Netflix won that bidding war.
It comes in the package. So it's
okay.
DC, it's Harry Potter, that's Warner Brothers, Bugs Bunny, all that shit. That's where else was I going with that? That was Bugs Bunny.
I was wondering because I
Harry
thought
Potter.
I was starting to see things like on both, and I wasn't sure why.
There's no way Netflix is gonna be dumb enough to just say we're gonna release everything to streaming, because it's just not financially viable. And if they did that, if they were to consider that, there's no way that their stakeholders, their shareholders, their executives will be on board for that.
So just combine them and make a really high price?
No, but releasing content in theaters brings in a lot of money. Even still now, when it's more on the lower end, it's still, you're not going to release Avatar directly to video. And I see what you're saying. Avatar, the second Avatar, is the best cinematic experience I've ever experienced in my life, because I saw it in IMAX 3D. Now, when I was watching it in IMAX 3D, I said, if I was watching this at home, I get pretty bored, because it's just.
I was saying it wouldn't be as good.
Avatar, IMAX, 3D, or just IMAX, or just 3D, fantastic experience. You won't get that. That's where you're going to get, $1 billion type franchises per movie.
Yeah, I feel like they'd be
try to stick to direct to customer type streaming type models, because when you get content like Superman, there's no way you're going to release that to direct to customer.
Yeah, I have to think they're not going to do that. I mean,
that's going to lead to lower budgets being approved, which means you're not going to be able to put out the best looking, experience especially when it comes to sci-fi adventure type movies. You're not going to be able to put together the best experience that audiences are going to be expecting if you go direct to video.
No, when a movie's good enough, like, I like seeing good movies in the theater still. So I think they would be crazy to ruin that experience, because now they're going to own like the production rights to a lot of those movies, and a lot of them win awards based on how well they do in the theaters. And I don't think Netflix is dumb enough to give that part up, because that's, well, I mean, it's another stream of revenue. I mean, there's more costs associated with it, but I mean, the success of movies is judged by how well they do in the box office.
Yeah, and when you really think about it, Netflix has been very on the weaker side when it comes to movies. They've been really good when it comes to TV shows. Given it's all direct streaming, but they've been very weak when it comes to movies.
Yeah, the movies are
probably
shit
because of the budget. And Warner Bros. Is very strong when it comes to theatrical released content, theatrical released movies.
Agreed.
Because they have all the DC Comics movies, which are on the upswing now, given the change in direction and kind of a new company that's been emerging from that. They are reviving Harry Potter for HBO Max, and they could probably try to spin that off into movies in some way, shape, or form. Although I think the way they're doing with TV, with streaming, it's probably a good idea because you could tell a lot of stories.
Wait, they're reviving Survivor? I thought Survivor never left.
No, Harry Potter.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Harry Potter is going to be a streaming series on HBO Max.
Huh.
I think next year. I'm not 100% certain. I know the casting came out this year. I think earlier this year. I think filming was also this year. So now I believe it's just about editing. And they want to get this out fast because these are kids and they will get older really fast.
Yep.
From age 11 to 13, they're going to change pretty dramatically. And then from age 13 to 15 and then 15 to 17, they're going to change their look very quickly, very dramatically. So
I guess they could keep it going because it's not like, but I don't know, like at some point there has to be an evolution for those characters, like they're growing up and stuff like that. Like,
no, I'm talking about they want to retain the charm of Harry Potter is that they're kids, so they want to retain that as much as they can and pump out as much. You want to film as much as possible while these kid actors, are still looking that age.
Yeah, then you're right. They've got to move fast. They have to move.
I'm pretty sure
fast.
they realize they're doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, do you think they maintain separate apps though? So for the streaming stuff, do you think they maintain separate apps or?
I was watching some information on today. I think they said they still want to keep HBO separate. It sounds like they want to. This is kind of corporate bullshit, but they say they want to continue business as usual, but then eventually that leads to consolidation. I'd say. I'm trying to think of, from my own personal experience in business when it did not, but there's a lot of consolidation that goes on. But I think they will, as long as it maintains a certain level of profitability, they will keep it separate. Now, if we start to see a dip, we start to see a change in taste, indicated in some otherwise, they'll start to find some type of way to consolidate HBO Max, Netflix, whatever else they have going on.
I feel like it'll. I think you and I are kind of on the same wavelength. I feel like it'll happen eventually, but they're not going to rush it because you can charge, what is it, $15 for Netflix and another $15 for HBO and another whatever for. Is Warner Brothers part of Paramount? Is Paramount part of Warner Brothers?
Warner Brothers is part of HBO. Warner Brothers, yeah.
Oh, okay. What about like Paramount?
Paramount tried Paramount. I think Paramount put in a bid for Warner Brothers, and they got outbidded by Netflix.
Oh, okay. Because I know Paramount. I thought Paramount was owned by CBS, and I thought a lot of CBS stuff was on.
I think
HBO.
they're the same company.
Paramount CBS.
I think Paramount CBS are the same company. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But I thought some of their stuff was ending up on HBO. That's why I thought that. But anyway,
it did, but it's probably from an old agreement, kind of like South Park. South Park is
gotcha.
Paramount, but they're on HBO Max, but that's because of an old agreement. Yeah. And then at some point, they have to pull off. HBO Max cannot distribute South Park content. It goes directly to Paramount. I don't know when that switches over, but.
Okay.
Part of the newer deal.
Yeah, but anyway, I don't see they won't combine them right away because you can charge $15 for Netflix and $15 for HBO. If you combine them and try to charge everybody $30, I think you're gonna see a huge drop in subscribers. Like there's gonna be a sharp decline, and they might get it back eventually, but I think the more profitable move is because you already have the two platforms, just keep them separate, charge $30 that way, and slow the increase until you like eventually you'll combine them, and you can say like you keep increasing them to like $20 each, and then
there'll be a middle
decrease it
ground.
to-
There'll be a middle ground between what you pay for two, and then what you would pay for a consolidated.
right.
And they're gonna trust me. They'll run that to the ground as far as keeping them separate and keeping that profitability. And then once they see that dip, then they'll do a consolidation.
Then they'll consolidate. Yeah.
Say
Like-
get both now for this low price of whatever.
I have a feeling you'll see the two platforms, even though they're separate, you'll start to see a melding of the two, like not together, but they're going to operate very much the same way. Like all the updates to probably HBO Max will slowly bring them to the platform that Netflix is already using, so that they're only having to pay for development of really one platform, just two separate environments, right? Or vice versa. Maybe they like the HBO better, so they start doing updates to Netflix, and it slowly morphs into the platform that HBO already is. You're on mute. You're on mute.
Fucking shit. There's a lot of consolidation going on, and one of the bigger ones that's kind of been announced in the past couple of months is that Paramount will be so the UFC, which I used to watch a lot, not as much anymore. Their contract with ESPN and ESPN Plus is going to be ending, and they're going to be switched over to Paramount Plus, where the pay-per-view model is being eliminated, which I'm pretty certain that it has been on the decline for the past 10 years. People don't want to be paying $80 to watch a UFC event. Sorry, it's just to happen. But all UFC events will be on Paramount Plus. I don't know when that switches over. And Paramount Plus, of course, is going to increase their monthly subscription, but not by that much. I heard it's $2 or $3 per month. I feel like that's kind of a trap. It's kind of like for the first 3 months, and then it goes up by $20.
Oh, we increased it.
Because let's face it, they have to pay the UFC for that content. It's gonna cost a lot.
I'm starting to learn a little hack, and I'm gonna have to test it out more. And this is really with any subscription service. Like after a year, go to cancel it. Chances are they're gonna send you an email saying, "We miss you. If you stay on, we'll give it to you for X amount less for the next 3 or 6 months or the next year."
You might not need to wait that long. I think if you just do the churn and burn type behavior that consumers are kind of getting, trending toward, where you're like, I want to watch this for, X amount of shows, and then I don't want to pay $16 a month for this.
Yeah, then cancel.
Kind of do that, and they may, even after a few months, they may look at your account and be like, "Hey, we want you back." So here's 50% off or whatever it is.
And the reason I say that's any subscription service, I had a subscription to the Business Journal. Realized I wasn't really utilizing it, so I canceled it. They offered me a discounted rate for the next year. I don't want to pay it because I didn't use it at all. But I have the Panera Sip Club membership or subscription, where I can get a coffee, unlimited coffee or whatever. I can get a coffee every day and pay the same, whatever, $13 a month for it. I canceled that. Well, they literally, the next day I had an email saying, we don't want you to leave. We'll run a special for you exclusively. And basically it was like $3.99 a month for the next 3 months. So I'm like, well, shit, if I get coffee once a month, I've already paid for it. So I did it because I'm like, might as well. I can walk in any Panera Bread and get a coffee or get a fountain pop, whatever. Get a drink, and it's cheaper than going to McDonald's and paying $1 for a Coca-Cola, like, might as well. And it's any size drink, so that's kind of what I'm doing with that. And I'm thinking about testing that theory out with like HBO. Like, I might cancel it and see if they say, oh, we want you to keep it. But I need to make sure that Ashley and I don't have shows that we're trying to finish up first. I thought about doing that with Amazon Prime because they've increased the cost of Amazon Prime, and now there's all these stupid fucking commercials whenever I'm watching Prime Video.
Yeah, that's kind of a disappointment.
It's annoying.
It came under a lot of scrutiny because people were saying we're already paying for this shit, so why are you going to show us commercials? And then they can upcharge you for no commercials for additional I think originally it was $3 a month. It's probably more now.
Honestly, if I could find an option where I just didn't have to have the Prime Video and just pay for Amazon Prime like shipping,
I'd turn and burn all for sure.
I would absolutely cancel the video part of it.
I
like some of the stuff, but some of it's so like similar to Netflix, like especially the documentaries.
Last thing I watched on Amazon Prime, well, hold on. So I watched Gen V, which is the spin-off of The Boys. They do get a martial arts organization across the seas over in Europe, not Europe. Well, it's Europe and Asia, mostly in Asia and Australia, called One Championship. So they'll get those events, but a lot of times they get those events. Sometimes they're live, sometimes they get it like weeks afterwards. In which case I forget about it and I lose interest. But that's pretty much all I watch. It's going to be The Boys and One Championship. There was a show that came out during the pandemic called Uploaded, which I thought was good, but I kind of fell off of it because it does suffer from that tragic lag of, we put out one season and then we put out the next season 2.5, 3 years later. So that's I kind of fell off that show because of that gap in time. But other than that, Amazon, as far as Amazon Prime goes, I could churn and burn that one too, just like I do HBO, Netflix, whichever.
Yeah, might have to start doing that because all these, all the increases, all the commercials, like, well, this is what you asked for. You basically encourage your audience base to do this. By the way, point out for Prime Video because I just realized Love Actually is on Prime Video right now, so.
That's okay, own it.
Oh, do you? I just added it to my watch list.
I don't know if I have a physical copy. I'm pretty sure I have a digital copy.
I don't buy any of that stuff anymore. I can usually find it somewhere.
I got it maybe 10 or plus years ago.
All right.
And I'll watch it.
I don't even know how to do, like, I feel like I had some digital, like, own some of that stuff, but I have no idea. Like, I know I have a bunch of music from, like, Apple. No idea how to access any of that shit anymore.
Oh, I've lost a lot of what I musically bought because of I did switch from, I had an iPhone for a long time, and this is over 10 years ago, but I had iTunes and I switched over to Android. And then so I was purchasing on, I don't remember the name of the program it was on, but at some point there was consolidation with Google where they tried to take Google Music, or they took Google Music and they merged it with YouTube Music. And I didn't have what I bought on Google Music anymore.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that's why I don't like buying that stuff anymore. Like, especially with, like, Spotify. I keep getting reminders that I have access to Prime Music or Amazon Music, but I don't want to run into that same issue there either. Because actually, I think I own music on Amazon and I have no idea where it is.
Yeah, and I actually, going back even more than 12 years, there was I did start buying a lot of comic books digitally. This once again 13 years ago, and that company, that digital comic book company, got purchased by Amazon. So they did a consolidation, and when they did the consolidation, I lost all my comic books that I bought.
Oh, that's not cool.
I mean, I'm not gonna reread them.
That's bogus.
Especially on digital. But it's kind of like, well, I still paid for it. I just want to be able to access it. I want to be able to check it and be like, oh, I still have access to, this X-Men or Superman comic book from 2011. But they're in the purchasing and consolidation, the integration between the comic book company and Amazon. I just lost my shit.
Yeah, that's why I don't like. I mean, in the age of like streaming services, I just don't want to buy anything anymore because I'll wait for it to show up on one of the streaming services that I already have subscriptions to. Or I might even start doing the whole like 30-day trial thing and then canceling it. Binge watch what I want to binge watch. I mean, they're starting to beat that too, right? Because like Stranger Things, they released the first 4 episodes, but they're not going to release the next 4 for like a month.
One of the theories out there is that these streaming companies are going to start switching over to a contract model where you say, "Are you signing up for us?" But it's going to be 6 months or 12 months or however many months, and you got to be dedicated to doing the whole stream burn, which is, I wait up till I want to watch so many shows on one program, and then I watch it, pay for 1 month, watch all those, and I cancel that the next month or 2 months, however long it takes me to watch some programs I wanted to watch.
Yeah, it's bullshit. They're trying to handcuff people. Is essentially what they're trying to do. I feel like that it's either going to be that or like activation fees. Which honestly, like if it gets to that, when I cancel something, I'm just not going back. I don't care what's on. Like, I don't need to watch anything that bad. There's plenty of entertaining stuff on just one streaming service. I really like Amazon sucks because I order so much stuff off of Amazon. But you know what? Like Walmart's online isn't so bad either. And you can just take it to a Walmart and return it. So
I think they may try to move into streaming at some point. I think I heard about that. I think maybe a couple of years ago.
What, Walmart?
Yeah. I mean, this stuff takes years to develop.
Why wouldn't they? I mean, they're big enough. And that's how you keep up with trends, right? Like, that's how Blockbuster missed the boat. And I think large businesses learned a lot about that because you got to offer something, right? To keep up, and you can always improve on it once you have it. But if you don't at least start, then you're all of a sudden going to have a steep hill to climb to catch up. But anyway, all right, we have to get on with what we were really watching this weekend because it wasn't movies. Like I watched some stuff. Oh, by the way, I
didn't watch any movies. I'm still watching Welcome to Dairy, so I'm trying to keep up with that. I still don't know what day it releases because I just haven't been paying attention that much. But at least the most recent episode, it brought back the familiar character that kind of messed up with my childhood, Pennywise the Clown.
Yeah.
So he shows up.
Ultimately, what we watched this weekend was, 1, Let's Go Bears. Beat the Super Bowl champs, just saying.
Yep.
A lot of football, right?
Earlier in that story that went nowhere. I didn't get back. I didn't meet up with my buddy who's also a Bears fan and also a Muay Thai training partner. We did watch the Eagles game together, and I don't remember why I told that story, but it was leading to something. I can't remember where it was going to go.
Yeah. We were in Wichita during the Chiefs game, which, man, the Chiefs. It's crazy because, I'm a transplant in Kansas City. I like the Chiefs fine, but they're not like my favorite team. So like, I think I'm not as like thinking of it with as much heart, but people around here are like, they still have a chance. They just need to win out. and they can do that, bro. They're like just on the other side of the line from where they were last year. Like they were skating by last year. Like they were in a lot of close games, but they're squeaking them out. This year they're in a lot of close games, but they're not able to finish. They're falling short. And if everybody's like, oh, must win, must win, must win. They have a chance, but they got to win. I don't know. I think they had to win last week. Now, yeah, they're not mathematically eliminated, but even if they win out, they're going to need help. They're going to need people to beat the Bills and the Broncos. Like, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs this year. That's just my prediction. And it's going to be a shocker around here because they love their Chiefs. They love Patrick Mahomes and his $500 million fucking contract.
I like to see Travis Kelce retire. Whatever happens this year, whether they make playoffs or not make the playoffs, because I feel like he's old enough and he's taken enough hits where...
Yeah, dude, he's getting beat up.
It's time to just save the rest of your health for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you're about to get married and probably have
kids. If they want to have kids or not, they may want kids, they may not want kids. That's up to them. I'm not going to try to say which one way is right or one way is wrong, but at the very least, dude, he's 36, 37.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. I mean, your brain's probably like 75 from the hits he's taken.
He's got plenty of personality. He's got plenty of personality, and by the way, he's married to
his brother has more personality.
We're gonna,
let's be honest.
But they do a lot of things together. Like they're gonna be just fine post football, right? They're gonna have plenty of career post football and make plenty of money.
It could be another.
By the way,
type deal.
Your fiance is a billionaire, so
yeah, you're fine.
I don't think you're hurting for money.
In the aspect, he's fine. I mean, and he's got the name. He could show up in movies again like he did in fucking Happy Gilmore. Was it Happy Gilmore? Billy Madden.
Yep.
Happy Gilmore 2.
Yep.
You could just insert him in the movie. There you go. There's $1 million for 5 minutes of screen time. Probably 3 days on set.
Yeah, you're set, dude. You don't.
He'll be buying your jersey for.
I get it though. Like he came back because I really do think like losing the Super Bowl last year left a really bad taste in his mouth. And he came back like in the preseason, he looked like he was in good shape. Like I was like, oh, he's going to do some stuff. And he is. He's playing really well. Just the rest of the team, like all the other pieces aren't falling into place. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he does. I don't think he's fully decided, but I have to think he's leaning toward retirement. I mean, I think that was part of like getting engaged and like being able to get married and just be with your wife on tour and all that stuff and just follow her around the world and have fun.
Well, she thinks about other dudes she's been with.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I don't know that he'll be with her all the time anyway. Like, I think he's gonna have his own things going on, just like Jason Kelce does. Like, Jason Kelce works for ESPN. I think they still have their podcast. I think he's gonna have plenty of post-football career and plenty of career post football, and he's going to make plenty of money. He doesn't need to keep getting it, like putting his body through all that, He's set. Like, yeah, he doesn't have to play anymore. He doesn't have anything to prove either. I mean, he's already a Hall of Fame tight end, first ballot, right? Like, no brainer. So, I don't know. I don't know if he will or not. It wouldn't bother me if he stayed. It wouldn't bother me if he retired. I think he's earned it one way or the other. Whatever he decides to do is his choice, and I think he's earned that. But that's just me. But I also think the Chiefs are missing the playoffs, and I think that's gonna weigh on him a lot. Well, at least I think that's what I think it would weigh on me a lot, but who knows? But whatever he decides to do, I think he's earned that, right? I think I don't think he should be judged negatively at all, whichever way he decides to go. So who knows? Who knows? But it was cool watching, crazy watching them lose to the Cowboys. But goddamn, it was great watching the Bears win.
The Cowboys lost to Detroit last night, so I'm not quite certain on.
Well, that sucks for us because Detroit's in our conference, or in our division.
Really, a lot depends what's going to happen this Sunday. The Bears and Packers.
This Sunday's the big one. I'm nervous. I go in every week nervous with the Bears because I've gotten used to feeling like I might have a heart attack during the game.
Yeah, that's why they call them the cardiac Bears.
Oh my gosh, dude! How much more disappointing is it going to be this Sunday than previous recent years to lose to the Packers? Because now we actually have more to lose, right? We're in first place. We're on the verge of making the playoffs. To lose to the Packers now would just suck.
Yeah, I got to pee real quick again, but when I get back, we have to start wrapping up because we're approaching 3 hours.
Yeah. And we need to talk about beating the team up north. The drought is over, Buckeyes fans. We did it, and we did it convincingly. Oh, it was so fun. I don't give a shit what they want to say. Oh, we intercepted the second pass of the game. Well, who gives a shit? Because he tore you up for the rest of the game. Convincingly. Man, Jeremiah Smith, crazy catch. The running backs, jeez, just ran right through you. Bo Jackson. Bo knows, baby. Bo knows how to beat the team up north. Let's go. Number one going into the Big Ten Championship. I will say, not that I've paid that close of attention to the rest of college football, but man, for me anyway, this is just my own opinion. Indiana has always been more of a basketball school, and they are, in football, they are ranked number 2 in the nation. So how about that? If we can take care of business in the Big Ten championship game, to beat the number 2 team in the nation is that the second time this year? No, we were number 3 when we beat Texas. So we beat number 1, the number 1 ranked team. And if we can win the Big Ten championship game, we've beaten the 2 seed at both ends of the season. So I think that's easily an undisputed number 1 seed going into the college football playoff. But with it being Indiana, I hope nobody's looking too far past it. I hope we make sure we take care of business, take care of Indiana before doing any sort of worrying about the college football playoff.
I'm not going to back Indiana. I know I've seen a lot of YouTube content where people from Indiana are kind of being a little overzealous over the situation, and that includes kind of putting down Ohio State, the program, their performance this year, the fans, whatever. And I gotta say, from an experienced Buckeye, Indiana, act like you've been there before, because
I'll say, what do you know? We've pretty much dominated the season.
Do you realize what your past before last year? What your past has been like?
You were
You
talking about the
no
record
right now. You may have the leader in the Heisman race, but when you break it down, he's the leader in the Heisman race because he's been put in situations where he has to come back against a team that is not that great. Where Julian's saying his biggest deficit, they said it last week. Biggest deficit Julian saying has had to face 6 points against Michigan. Yeah. Not Fernando Mendoza's Heisman, defining moment where he throws a a touchdown against a very, very beat up Penn State team who did not have their star quarterback, who fired their coach, and it took them to the very end of the game to beat them. It's just not on the same level. Or you see less highlights because you see the stakes, we see the situation in the game. Oh, look at this! He faced adversity or he faced pressure and he did this. Well, Julian Saint and the Buckeyes have never had this.
Julian Saint just dominated.
They play a lot of the same teams, so it's kind of like, well,
now
the one a favor because he's been put in these situations where Julian Saint, they just say he just throws the ball very smoothly. He has the best completion percentage, and right now, as of right now, best percentage completion in NCAA history, as far as I know, from what I heard.
Yeah. Now, obviously the knock on him, but any successful quarterback is going to have good weapons. And he does have Jeremiah Smith and
Cardinal Tate.
Jeez, that's what I was trying to think of. And he also has Bo Jackson and James Peoples and
Kakamarak and CJ Nelson and Isaiah West now, who came out of fucking nowhere.
He's got
Brandon Ennis, wide receiver 3, is also a captain.
Oh, Ennis, that's what I was trying to think of. And then the O line is fantastic. So I get it, but again, for any quarterback to be successful, they have to have those kinds of pieces, right? Like, no knock on Indiana's quarterback. Obviously, he's very athletic.
Probably the
he's
number
a good
one
quarterback, and good for him. And I realize I'm biased, but to award him this Heisman because of a couple of standout plays because his team wasn't that good. Like, Julian Saint is on a good team and he leads that team in dominating fashion. But
it's also because dominating. It's also not very exciting because a lot of times it's a third quarter game where they honestly just pulls away from whatever closeness they have in score wise, and then by the time you get to the fourth quarter, it's like, well,
and then they put in keynotes.
It's like the keynotes, but you may have stayed in for less than half that quarter, but it's at that point he's just handing the ball off.
It's because he's dominated up to that point, though.
We don't talk about Fernando Mendoza has more touchdowns, but it's also you got to look at the way Ohio State's playing, the way Ryan Day's playing them, which is in my mind really fucking genius. Where they have less plays than probably any other team out there because they take up so much time, and Ryan Day has not been shy to say, "I want to preserve my players for a 17-game season."
Yep.
Which is, I think, why they went very, very conservative when it comes to how they handled the stiffness or potential injuries between Cardinal Tate and Jeremiah Smith, where it's like, hey, we're playing. Look at the team we're playing. We're not going to risk Cardinal Tate getting injured in this game. Yeah. We're not going to risk Jeremiah Smith getting injured in this game. We're saving this for Michigan.
At some point, you play. You got to play the probabilities and all that. Like, now, I do hope we're not looking too far past Indiana because I don't think anybody's really giving Indiana a chance. And, I appreciate the fact that they do have a chip on their shoulder. Like, why not? I'm all for the why not us position, right? And I also hope we don't look too far past them just because our record versus Indiana historically, 31 wins, 0 losses, 1 tie. We've literally never lost to Indiana in football. So it would be a damn shame for this to be the first time. Because it would be... Boy, it would be we'd be hearing about it for a while. Now, the upside of the way the playoffs work is we're still going to be in the college football playoff, regardless of the outcome of this game.
Yeah.
But I don't know that we get the bye. Speaking of just making the playoffs, Notre Dame, are they in? Do you think?
I don't know.
Lost to number 10
I've always
Miami.
been, like pretty low on Notre Dame because they're not going to have to. They'll never have the chance to have another loss in their season because they'll never be part of a conference
Championship. Agreed.
Um,
Well, that's why I think
Given
this
that
loss
they'll
should
come with
hurt even more.
caveats of they'll never get a bye. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But on the other side of that, they also get a lot more money from, I think, CBS or NBC.
NBC, yeah.
NBC, whatever. One of the two. Just on the fact that they're going to be, more a more unique team or other program. I don't know exactly how that works, but maybe some other broadcasters can't show Notre Dame games. I know that Notre Dame gets a lot of money from NBC for exclusivity, some exclusivity deal that they have going. I mean, I see the business side of it. I do lose respect from a competitive aspect of it. I always see them as an asterisk where you're like, yeah, but they didn't have to risk another game, putting their players out there where they could potentially get injured in a conference championship game.
I think
Given Ohio State won a national championship without playing a conference championship game, but they had to climb uphill to get there.
Yep.
Like, well, you lost. You had two losses in the season, so you didn't make the conference championship game. So now you're seated here. We're going to have to play an extra game. So
I think being idle during conference championship weekend should be detrimental.
Yeah, or
especially if you just lost to.
You will always be idle, no matter what happens. You'll always be idle in a conference championship.
And by the way, especially after you just lost to a lower ranked team. Because they lost tonight to Miami.
Did they? Good Miami. Well, I don't like Miami either.
But Miami's number 10, so I think Miami just propelled themselves into a for sure playoff spot. What I'm curious about is at number 6 going into the game, does Notre Dame fall completely out, especially because, well, shit, no. Was that game actually tonight, or was I watching a replay?
I didn't know there was any game tonight. If there was, I was kind of out of it.
Oh no, I was watching the game from like earlier this season. No, that's not right. August 31st. Did they play all the way back in August? Because it was number 6 versus number 10. But I don't know. I guess I don't know. What are the CFP rankings right now? Oh, yeah, that was an old game. I don't know what I was thinking. So never mind. Forget that. I'm an idiot. I'm behind. But anyway, enough about that. You said it already. We're way beyond where we probably should be time wise. So I think it's time for us to get into the closing thoughts. Before we do, just a quick reminder: if you wouldn't mind helping us out, we'd love it if you would leave us a comment in the comment section. Like the episode if you like what we're doing. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you know when our new episodes are being released. And if you would like to contribute anything more anonymously, you can always shoot us an email at gagepodcast@gmail.com. Time to go into our closing thoughts. Lead us off, dude.
All right, surprise special segment called Nobody Wants This because I got nothing else to talk about. We're going back to Jim Crush. Last episode, I talked about how fun she's a Packers.
Yeah.
I'll try to.
You should have watched the game with her on Sunday.
No, I don't want to be around her at the time. But I was going to be able to kind of talk to her about that this week. Given it's been 2 weeks since we last had an episode, and let's say this past 2 weeks she got a little cold on me, where she was less looking at me, less smiling,
less chatty.
Less chatty. And I said, that's not how this rom-com ends. So last night I did make a move. I'm not going to get into specifics, but I did make a move, and I kind of got her attention back to warm her back up. because I don't know. I'm just just that way.
Let's go.
Kind of want Alex way into a rom com worth telling at some point. But I don't know if I'll see her the rest of this weekend, or maybe not until next week. But
does she know you're a Bears fan?
Like I mentioned last week, or not last week, 2 weeks ago, I was so shocked over realizing she's a Packers fan that I couldn't really say a whole lot. I was kind of just when mine was a little stuck on processing mode. It's kind of like when you see the pinwheel of death on your computer. It's like, wait, hold on, wait, hold on. I tried to categorize this, and that's when she kept talking to me about, like, even her mom is from Chicago, the summer of Chicago. She's from Elgin, where we were born. She told me that much. I remember her saying that. I don't remember what else she said. I think her parents met at Iowa State. She told me some shit. I didn't process all of it because I was just looking at the whole Green Bay Packers logo on her sweatshirt. I just could not, get my shit together to be I don't know what happened, but she got a little cold on me over the past couple of weeks, and last night I just had enough of it. I was like, well, this is not going to be a cool story if this is how it ends. So
yeah,
I'm gonna do something.
Get that shit back on track, dude.
I got her attention. I did something to get her attention. I'm pretty sure I got her attention. And I don't know how it's gonna play.
Maybe she thought you weren't interested, so she stopped trying.
Possibly, but there was also, I'm pretty sure she went home for the holidays, and she was actually born and raised here, even though her family's from the Midwest. But I just do. It's not gonna cool story. This is it. So,
yeah. This can't be the end.
There's also a reason why I'm doing this. I'm not gonna do this for some terrible chick. But I did make not a whole lot going on there, but I thought it'd be funny to just say I was losing it, and then I just said I'm not gonna. That's not a cool story, so I'm gonna fucking do something about it.
So what's the next move?
I don't know. It depends when the next time. I might see her tomorrow. Who knows? I think she works out at our gym on Saturday mornings, and sometimes it crosses over with me. It just depends on when I go there, and I decide, based on the football schedule, that I want to be there at this time, and also if I,
you got to find a hangout, dude. You got to figure out a way to
if I drink and take a gummy, I don't know how long, what time I'm gonna wake up. It's more of just like seeing how my body feels, and if I go there at a certain time. Given that I was always against the clock in the previous weeks because Ohio State a lot of times plays at 9 a.m. or there's also a 9 a.m. Game with other college teams I want to watch. And I try to finish up. Depending if I know I can get control of the TV there. I have watched half of the Ohio State game there while I was lifting weights, and then I'd watch. Once I was done lifting weights, I'd walk on the treadmill while watching the game. I've done that before, but I think tomorrow I haven't even looked at the schedule because I think it's all conference championship games. So those are typically later on, usually noon or afterwards, noon Pacific time and afterwards. So I think tomorrow's going to be like I wake up when I wake up. I go to the gym whenever I go to the gym. Given Saturdays are usually one of my more heavier days as far as lifting goes. So I kind of want to be a little more, ready for that. Though if I want to, I could the way I structure my workout schedule, I could easily just say I'm going to change this from a heavy lifting day to a moderate lifting or even a lighter lifting day, based on whatever else going on. Just because I structured my life and my workout schedule for flexibility. But if I go there, she's there, maybe we'll interact. If not, it is like I'm not trying to just try to change my behavior based on when I think she's going to be there. That's more like when I'm ready to go, I'm going to go.
Yeah, well, you need to find your carpe diem moment, dude.
Help
Alex out. What should he do? What's the next move? What should he do?
Consider.
I mean,
next move is written down. I just don't share that too much. Next move is a little more serious.
All right. Yeah.
There's a roadmap.
There's got to be. There's got to be forward progress.
Yeah, there's forward progress. We're talking about football. It's for progress, but I also know that there are other factors to consider.
All right.
It's not about, let me see what I can do, and then we'll see what happens after that.
We'll go Carpe the DM. Right on. I'm pulling for you. I think we're all pulling for you. If you have any tips for Alex,
I don't
put
need
them in the
tips.
comments or
I'm good.
Oh yeah.
I'm good. I know how I'm approaching this, and I know potential outcomes. And once again, I'm not rushing shit.
Well, yeah, but can't pitter pat around too long. At some point, you got to get to a go no go point. Got to ask for the business, bruh.
Yeah.
Got to ask for the business. All right, that's a good one. We're all pulling for you. Closing thoughts. Be thankful. We just got done with Thanksgiving. Don't dwell on things that aren't necessarily going right. Figure out what's going right. Don't dwell on things that are going wrong. Focus on things that are going right and be thankful. Know why they're going right and be thankful for those things. We have some things going on, family business to take care of, and I'm thankful that we have great friends that are helping us out when we're all distributed. Thankful that I've gotten to start working somewhere that I left previously, and they were happy to welcome me back. So I'm thankful for that. I enjoy working with those people very much, and I'm glad to be back on the team. And I am thankful for football because both of our teams are doing great. So tomorrow, I'll be decked out in my Buckeyes gear. Ashley's working, so I'm probably going to go take and make pizza, some chips, some jalapeno chips, 2-liter of pop, and some cookies, and that's what I'm doing for most of the day. So, go Buckeyes. Let's go. OHIO. And then when we get Sunday, it's a new, it's a 3 o'clock game.
Yep. 1 o'clock my time, or 1:05 or 1:25, whatever time it is. I got to kind of maneuver my way through. I'm playing football, and I don't know what time I'm playing football at yet on Saturday morning. Or maybe Saturday afternoon, who knows? But I want to be able to try to meet my buddy out for the game too. So I want to be able to play football.
Sunday. You just said Saturday. I'm guessing you meant Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. I want to be able to play the game Sunday.
Yeah.
Chill with my team at the bar after that, and then get home, shower, change, and then Uber my way down to wherever he's watching the game at. So I'm gonna have to cut some of that out. I don't know where. I'm gonna have to cut out the bar time with my football team on our first weekend, our first game. I think
they'll understand. Bears Packers, dude. Bears Packers.
Yeah, I think they will. They're pretty diverse as far as where they originate from. But I played with them before, and some of them will remember that I'm a Bears fan, and they'll kind of know the significance of this weekend.
Yeah. But anyway, go Bears. Beat the Packers. All you Packers fans out there that have never been to Green Bay, you should go to Green Bay and decide whether you still want to be a Packers fan, because Green Bay sucks. But anyway, thankful that the Buckeyes are number one. Thankful that the Bears are in first place. And I'm thankful that I have a wife that's going to let me watch all the football this weekend. And we're scheduling things that we're supposed to do this weekend around me being able to watch the games I need to watch. So I'm thankful for my wife. So make sure you take some time to think of the things you should be thankful for and be thankful. So that's all I got. We're only 3 hours and 14 minutes into this, so, short episode. But we appreciate you sticking with us.
This is like a Joe Rogan episode. They went to 3 hours.
Without the clout, but that's all right. We'll get there. Maybe, hopefully, eventually.
I even have THC for this. Hey.
But anyway, if you're still with us, thank you for joining us. Again, We'd love it if you'd help us out by leaving a comment, liking the episode, subscribing, notification bells, all that stuff, or just shooting us a quick email. Yeah, I think we're gonna see you guys. We should see you guys next week. That's the plan. But until then, I think we're gonna get out of here so we can all get some sleep and get ready for the Big Ten championship game tomorrow. Oh yeah! All right, let's get on out of here. Thanks again for joining us. Alex, get your towel ready to throw at the camera. I'm putting some music on, and we are done for this episode. Adios, everybody. You gonna do it? You gonna do it?
I was waiting for the music.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, it's off.
Oh my God. Adios, guys.